Good morning, everybody. It's good morning for me. It's probably night for you. Thank you for being here today. I didn't know if I was going to do this morning, but I'm up live and early. How you guys doing? Ladies and gents, back with another live stream. Happy to be here. Let me see here. 1 second, guys. I'm just pulling up the comments here. 1 second. Okay, yeah, here we go. So we have Henry Manning. Good morning, Henry Man. Good morning. Ryder in Washington. Good morning. Rudolph Domian. How you doing? Also, we got Ron Thomas in the house. Maga Nango Maga. We have Maurice Howard. Good morning to you too, my friend. And Mauricio Moreno. How you doing? Good morning. Dante Ellis. What's going on, brother? Just recently seen you. We got MV4463. How you doing? D Parker. What's going on, man? We have Tony Anderson. Good morning, Jay. You're very early. Yeah. I get up very early now. I'm up around, sometimes 4 or 5 in the morning, exercising. We got Henry Man. I've just started watching your channel. Great stuff. Like you, I'm from New York too. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll definitely give you a New Yorker's perspective. You know, got to keep New York everywhere I go. You can't change it. I've been in New York most of my life. So you're gonna get New York from me, and a little bit of everywhere too. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's been a long week. Also, we have MV4463 says, I'm from Queens. I'm living in Kentucky. And that's the thing. That's what happens to us New Yorker guys. Like, say, guys get older and say, you know what, it's time to settle down and, get out of the city and go to places like Kentucky. Peter T, what's going on, brother? Peter T from Australia. How you doing? I've been seeing you for a while, too, Peter T. Peter T. Peter T's been around the expat community for a while. How you doing, man, from Australia? And that's what I love about coming on YouTube. Get to meet people from all over. Jay Maverick Show. What's going on? Happy Sunday. And I know right now the football games are on probably, but I don't watch. Don't kill me for it, guys, but I don't watch the NFL. I'm a basketball head. Absolutely, I'm currently in Phoenix, Arizona. That's what's up. I actually have when I was living on Long Island, one of my friends moved out to Phoenix, Arizona. And we used to and a funny thing, I remember she contacted me one day, right? And she asked me, in case that I'm still sleeping. And my friend asked me, she said, can you get me weed? Send it in the mail. I'm down here in Phoenix. I told her, I said, well, no, in Phoenix, there's some connections down there. I'm not sending you no weed in the mail. You think I'm stupid? She didn't know no better though. She was young. And I was young at the time too. I was like 17, and she's like, "Send me some." I'm like, "No, I'm not doing that." Doane Quintos, what's going on, Doane? I don't watch the I don't watch sports anymore. Period. Trying to leave America, bro. I hear you. I hear you. And Henry Mann says Central Islip, Long Island, Jay Maverick Show, Phoenix in the house. Yeah. But no, I watch. Actually, I don't. I don't have a regular TV. I just watch the highlights. I'm not sure if you do too. Um, I'm not sure if you do too, but I watch the highlights of basketball. I watch the highlights of football too. That's the best part of football to me. I used to love playing football. I just never got into it like in high school. Nixon eighth place. No, man, Nixon eighth place and Yonkers in the house. What's going on, brother? Yonkers in Oh, sorry about that. This internet service, yeah, this internet service in the Philippines, man. And I got top notch speeds. That's the crazy thing. You know, my speeds is like 100 Mbps up and down. But that's why I'm actually stuck where I am. I'm stuck in the city area because the internet in the Philippines, they gotta fix it. You know, they have you almost ready to build up your own tower if you had the money. Panay Forever, what's going on? Also, we got Dorian. Dorian, I'm late. No, you're not really late. I just started 9 minutes ago, and yeah, you guys lost me. And let me see here. So yeah, guys. So yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, I'm back. And the J Maverick said, cold, showing the cold symbol. I'm not sure if he's saying it's cold outside. I'll be honest with you. Um, I do not miss New York for that. For a couple of things, I love New York. Though I recently went back in December. I was in New York in December and also October and November. Actually, I was in New York. I was like in New York, PA, in and out. You know, and I'll continue to do that for the rest of my life. I'll be in and out of New York and in and out of pretty much the U.S. and all around. You know, let me get some of my glasses. You see my eye bulging in the morning? My eye bulges, but not much. It's rainy here. JX, what's going on, brother? JX, how you doing? But yeah, no, I just woke up. I'm not tired though. I'm used to getting up this early. Christian. Yeah, I'm usually up very early because yeah. Oh, on screen photos. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, but no, I know, especially in Phoenix. Yeah, no, no. But no, I'm used to getting up early though, Christian. So now when I wake up early, like I'm one of those guys. I wake up, yeah, RP DMX for sure. And that's what happened. I was shouting out DMX, you know, and something just cut me off. Like shout out to X, and that's what I was saying. And DMX was so strong, and like around the time DMX blew up, I was 17 years old, you know, and in the streets. No, I didn't have breakfast yet. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat food until like 12, 1 o'clock. You know, I usually fast for like 18 hours, something crazy like that. That's why I've been losing weight so much. I've been intermittent fasting and also exercising like crazy and dieting. So that's why I've been losing weight so much. I don't eat breakfast. Yeah, actually, I don't eat breakfast. I eat 2 meals a day. Usually be like a small lunch, which should be breakfast. Sometimes I'll have an egg and some spinach, like around 12, 1 p.m. You know, I'm used to, as long as I have my water, uh, I'm good. My water's over there by the kitchen sink, so I'm gonna go get it right now. But no, guys, I'm not tired. It's just the voice. Actually, well, I have the tired voice. I'm not tired though. I have the tired voice. Yeah. So this past week, right? I made a video yesterday, and the video was date online or don't date online. Just remember, thou shalt not simp. Fasting is great, cleans your system. No, it does. Yeah, no, I get some water just now because I'm very thirsty. But yeah, fasting is great. It cleans your system exactly. And I want to start going on like I want to do like a week fast and like extreme fast like that to clean up my system. He said JDMX was okay, but I go way further back with my music, man. I'm 54 years old. I was in the Bronx. Put it over again. Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. I was actually named after a rapper. I was named after MC Melly Mel, my uncle. That was his favorite rapper, and you know, he actually named me. And it's crazy. And then after that, you know, I started getting into hip hop, and I was all in the hip hop scene. Because like it was different. Like in New York back then, you know, I kind of because I was born in 1980, so I was kind of embedded in that the era too. Because you got to think all the older guys. Well, like for instance, my uncle's only 14 years older than me, you know, and those are all the guys that I knew in the neighborhood. So when I was a kid, you see those guys. Those were the drug dealers, you know, the guys that were the b boys and all of that. Those guys were the drug dealers, and they were the thugs in the neighborhood. But yeah, no. So I'm very familiar with that era. Actually, back in the day, in those days, um, you when you were growing up, you were familiar with 50s music, 60s music because of your parents. You know, your parents, like my parents, were into hip hop. They were into the old soul. They were into all of that stuff. You know, my mom listened to all the soul singers and all of that. You know, so I was embedded in all of it. You know, when you growing up as a kid, our culture and my culture is just like you hear all kinds of music. You know, and lots of reggae. And it's funny because we had a lot of it was I was in Jamaica, Queens, and we actually had a lot of Jamaicans in Jamaica, Queens. And yeah, you hear them playing the music. It was actually 3 houses from me. But those guys, man, it's something else because you know them Jamaicans, they were back in the days in Queens, they were no joke. And those guys were always on some secretive stuff. So, you know, and they would all stay out my yard. And we stayed out their yard because the guy had a machete. And, you know, kids playing, we jumping over fences. What's going on, Sonic Lucas? You're cleaning the house on a Saturday morning. Yeah, and I got to do a spring cleaning myself. Ismail Marsh, what's going on, brother? Yeah, Jamaica Queens was the place to be. Public Enemy were too threatening. The music industry had to dilute rap. You know, it's funny because that's the hip hop I love. I didn't like all that gangster rap stuff. As a kid, I like that stuff. Fight the power. You know, we all in the same game. I like that kind of rap. I didn't like the gangster rap like that. That as kids in New York, I like the positive stuff. You know, I don't know. That's just I was just into it. I didn't like people because you're gonna think growing up, I seen like all the I was in Southside in the Supreme Team era, you know, and you see all the drug dealings and people getting killed, and you know you don't want to hear no gangster music. You seeing it all every day. Like you live it in a gangster rap song. You don't want to see it. You don't want to hear it. You know. Simply Ackers, what's going on? Charles Akana, Jungle Brothers, Tribe Called Quest, De La. Yeah, see, that was when I was getting a little older, you know, when all them came out, and I was into that stuff. I was into Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul. I liked it, you know, and then the gangster rap came after that, and it ruined everything. Gangster rap. It's funny because y'all around the age where you guys know how gangster rap actually ruined the youth, you know, because it started. I remember, you know, when gangster rap really hit, I was in my teens, and then you had Mobb Deep talking everything they was making was a war song, you know, and how you got to carry a gun and you know you start that stuff. You start getting into that stuff, Gerald Watson. So in the '90s, you know, that's when the gun era was hard. It was crazy, and it was young boys like us that were onto it. Like, oh, you know, carrying your gun, and it's like everything was a war song, Mobb Deep, you know. And it's like you wake up like the war's on, like, and it's like you think you're in Iraq. It was crazy, and it was music that was influencing us. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Music influences cultures, and it made us dance, and it made us pick up guns and kill each other. Music is, and that's why they were trying to ban music. Like when they were doing, you know, you see the old ladies banning, trying to ban Tupac and all of them, and because that was no good. Mob Deep, CNN, yep, CNN. You hear that War Report and all that stuff, and like I'm around these dudes' age, you know. Like Noriega saying, and Noriega is not too much older. What is he? What 41, 42? I'm turning 40. Like I grew up with these guys. Let's stop the racism. Yep, Ice T. I remember all of it, man. And as a kid, you know, because we all had TVs, and then you know, you're seeing these things on Video Music Box. I know you guys remember that. You guys remember Video Music Box and all that stuff? Oh man, I used to. Like I remember when Busta Rhymes and them came out with Busta Rhymes came out with the what's the name of the group, guys? Come on, I'm losing my brain. And I used to always want to see that on Video Music Box, but I always couldn't catch it. I forgot the name of that group, but he had the Busta Rhymes came out with the group, and he had the rhyme. I forgot the way it went. Man, I'm still out of it. Leaders of the New School, yeah. I always wanted to hear that song, one of their first song, and I want to hear Busta Rhymes part. Busta Rhymes killed it. And like, every time he and if it comes to Rom, oh man, I used to be like a kid. I was like, I forgot how old I was. I was a kid just sitting there, like 11, 12, something like that, 13, just sitting there like waiting for the song to come on. Every time, come on, here we go, yo, here we go, yo. So what's that scenario? Yeah, oh man. I remember fanning. Woo. Bone Thugs was later, but yeah, Bone Thugs was later, but I'm talking about like leaders of the New School. I'll be sitting there waiting for the box to come on and here we go. I'll be always doing the dance. I'll be in my living room doing the dance, bugging out. Oh man, those were the days, man. Those were the days. It was a different time, and you go outside and you're in the neighborhood, and even though there was crime, everything was peace. Yeah, that's when rap music was different, man. Oh man, you know I got to get my I'm gonna end up having to get this taken out probably. I'm trying to do the hot compresses, brand Nubian, yup. Now Onyx, nope. See, that's the thing. COVID kids. I'm from Queens. Don't say that about Onyx. I'm gonna tell you this. Onyx used to cut my hair. It's bugged out. Onyx worked on Jamaica Avenue, and Fredro and was it? It's in Sticky Fingers. It was a sticky, yeah. Actually used to cut hair in a barbershop in Queens. Okay. So when Onyx came out, I was like, oh, that's the dude that cuts my hair. Fredro started cutting my hair before too, gave me a bunch of cuts. The Sticky was good solo. So no, Onyx was Onyx actually they was around the time when the gun culture started getting heavy, and then the youth started carrying, like kids my age started carrying guns more. Because music affected us. But no, them the reason why I like Onyx so much and supported them is because I used to go to barbershop and they were still there. Slam, yep. Oh, slam. Da, da, da. I used to bug out. And Sticky Fingers parts always was the best. Sticky Fingers was always the best, his parts. But Onyx was actually, they were different. They were the first group to do it like they did it. They brought that different style before people like DMX came. Like Onyx was that kind of like that, like before X came. But when X came though, and it just changed. He changed the game and he took over. Yeah, and Freaky Tar, Freaky Tar. Yeah, Freaky Tar. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the Lost Boys were big. The Lost Boys actually, those guys were actually big, and they did it big. The Let's Scoops the Beamers in the Bama when that came out, man. Naughty by Nature, yep. But when the Lost Boys came out, they started a whole because they were in Southside. They were on the back blocks in Southside, and it's funny because yeah, DMX was a poet. It's funny because my cousins, they used to war with the Lost Boys because Lost Boys were from the other side of Queens, and my people were from the South Side. And they used to go to war with the Lost Boys. At the time, I moved to Long Island, but it's funny. Like they tell me war stories. Like there'd be one of them, and they'll be fighting. They'll be fighting 20 Lost Boys, and then guys got picked off because and they're not hanging anymore because it'd be 2 on 20, and then the third guy ran when it's supposed to be 3 on 20, and the third guy ran. So it was like that, and it was like that when they were going against the Lost Boys. And look, because the Lost Boys was like a gang. It was really a gang, and they were like the third biggest gang in New York at the time, and the Los Boys were considered a gang, and they were. They were serious. Yeah, Strong Island. Oh man, I remember I was living Long Island. I was in Freeport, and they had the Strong Island T-shirts. Charles O'Connor, if you're from Long Island, I remember that. When they had the Strong Island T-shirts at what's the name? Um, Up there by the 5411 size 7 and girls. When they had the Strong Island T-shirts and they were selling them at the strip mall over there in Uniondale. Charles O'Connor, if you're from Long Island, you know what I'm talking about. Boogie Down Productions, yep. If you're from, yep, because they had the Strong Island shirts. But no, see, the thing is, people always slept on the island. But I told people, like, when I moved to Long Island, there was people from Queens in my high school because, like, I lived in Freeport. And, like, Southside Queens, I can take a bus ride there and make it there in an hour. Not even. It'll take me sometimes, like, 45 minutes on a good day to get from where I live all the way out to Southside Queens. So it was right there. And I used to always tell people, no, it's right there. Like, if you take a car and drive from Southside, you'll make it to Freeport. You know, if there's no traffic, you'll make it in 25 minutes. Like, it was right there. People always be like, oh, Long Island, oh, you got to get out there. I should be like, no, it's the same. It goes down on Long Island. What's going on, Simply Rocco? And it's funny because I when I moved to Freeport, I had friends that were from Southside, from 40 Projects, that knew my family that was in Freeport when I went to Freeport High School. So yeah, it was right there, and people always slept on it. I was like, no, crimes are happening in Long Island. Like, because Freeport and Hempstead, you guys know, if anybody's from New York, Freeport, Hempstead, things go down. You know, Uniondale, Roosevelt. I was right from Roosevelt. You know, it was like Freeport, Hempstead, Uniondale, Roosevelt, and that's where it went down in Nassau County. My husband loves listening. I don't listen to old school rap anymore. I don't know. I kind of fell off of it. Yeah, well, see, on Long Island, yeah, there was wilding on the island. I'm gonna tell you what happened. This Riverhead and all that's crazy now, but Freeport, Hempstead, and Roosevelt was worse for a while because before it went out there, like to Riverhead, because all those places now you go out to Long Island and those places, it's worse than being in Queens actually. Like Long Island is horrible now. In some places, yeah, it's bad. It's you drive through the town, it's like the hip hop scene actually they do battle rap. I want to go to one actually. But in Freeport and Hempstead, they had MS-13. If you guys know about MS-13, they were in Long Island since the 90s. The 90s. MS-13 was on Long Island. You guys hearing about them late. They were in Long Island for the longest. And there was a bunch of Latin Kings in Long Island. And the MS-13 and Latin Kings were at war. And I'm in Long Island, and I'm like, what, 17 years old, and I'm going to school with these guys. And I actually, some of them were my friends. And I knew Latin King friends. And they were at war. And it's funny, yeah. And they were out there in Long Island, Freeport, and Hempstead early. And they were doing those same things. It was crazy on Long Island. Like, it would go down. Yep, they did. Yep. The Latin Kings and MS-13 fought for so long. In Long Island, they were at war. It wasn't even happening in the city. Like, the Latin Kings were stronger in the city. Because I don't know if you guys remember when the Latin Kings were in Long Island and they were going to war with MS-13. And I was out there, and I used to always tell people, like, no, it's crazy, they didn't get it. But no, it was bugged out. It was actually at one point, I remember one time, right, the MS-13 guy went from Hempstead. He shot somebody in Hempstead and killed them. Went to Roosevelt, shot somebody, and then he came to Freeport and then he shot a guy I knew. You know, all in one. And when he came to shoot the guy in Freeport, and I was living in Freeport, I went by the store. It had to been like 100 shell casings. It was going down out there. It would go down. And I felt like, man, I was like, I thought we left Queens, and you go to Long Island, it's the same thing. It was no difference because it's right there. You know, you gotta think if it's an hour drive away from these things, of course it's gonna be happening too. You know, but it was still more quiet though. It was more safe. You hear some hip hop over there. Was one video you did. I heard someone in the car. No, God. See, the thing is, Filipinos, Filipinos are worldwide. You know, and Filipinos have been in the hip hop scene forever. Filipinos have been in the hip hop scene forever. Filipinos love hip hop. Everything that happens in the U.S. happens in the Philippines. Yeah, and even though those guys, you know, they were the type of guys. Though the MS-13, you know, they were in Long Island, doing those things like they were chopping girls' heads off back in the day. And K is actually still in bed. She'll be up soon, though, man. But they were actually, you know, it was bugged out. Like you would never think that would be happening on Long Island. But yeah, young boys are cool. I know about them. But you would never think. But you know, they were doing the same things. Like stuff that happens in Mexico was happening on Long Island. You know, and they were doing that. They were chopping girls' heads off and burying girls in bushes, and they were killing girls like left and right. Girls would end up dead all over Long Island. MS-13 was crazy. And I remember when my first encounter with them, I was with a kid. I was no Latin Kings were there. I was with a friend, okay, new from the area. He had on a gray shirt. I had on a yellow shirt, right? I wasn't Latin King. I had on a yellow shirt. I'm with him. And this is around the time I was like 17, my first experience. They came up to us, right? They had book bags on. And it had to been like 20 of them. And so I'm thinking like, you know, I'm ready to stand up for myself. So I'm standing up. They said, Jay, they said, chill. That's what they told me. They said, chill. And I wonder why they said chill, right? And as soon as they said chill, one MS-13 dude poof, pulled out the machete. A bunch of them pulled out the machete. I said, oh, they had us up against the fence. And I couldn't do nothing. It was like 20, and they just kept coming out the woodworks. Like them dudes operated like smooth and swift, and that was my first encounter. And I said, man, you gotta respect these dudes. But wait until it gets into the Hamptons and Montauk. That's where the money. Yeah, no, it's not gonna get there. It's not gonna get there. I don't think it'll ever get there in Hamptons and Montauk. Well, no, it'll get. I can see it getting to Montauk, but not the Hamptons, unless MS-13 buys a, you know, you know, places over there. But yeah, thank you guys for coming though. I really appreciate it. But yeah, St. Louis, I'm doing good. Thanks for everyone asking how I've been. It says Suffolk and Nassau counties really didn't do a whole lot about MS-13, but wait until it gets into the Hamptons and Montauk. Yeah. And Rakim was from Long Island. Yeah, I heard about that. Also, you know, remember Keith Murray's from Long Island? You know, you had a I think wasn't part of the EPMD was from Long Island. I think that wasn't the Beastie Boys from Long Island. Those guys. I forgot. Well, actually, no. The MS-13 don't fear ice. They don't fear ice. I remember. I remember I knew a guy. His name was Andrew. The dude he was cool. He was in my class. Cool dude. Cool dude. And let me tell you, these dudes are really like this, right? Beast Boys from Brooklyn. Okay. The dude had a pet bunny rabbit. Stone cold killer. I don't know if he's dead, but those dudes were getting hit by the feds. And I seen a bunch of dudes were getting hit and they were getting 80, 90 years. Dudes from Long Island getting 80, 90 years was dudes I knew that were actually, it's like a faction of Latin Kings, but not really. It's separate. Nietas. And they were going to war with the MS-13 and Freeport, and they were shooting the MS-13 on the highway. These dudes were babies who were 15, 16 years old, going to war with MS-13, shooting on the highway, shooting on the freeway, selling drugs. They had a small drug enterprise right in Freeport, Long Island. And these dudes were right, like most of the time, right up the block from me, you know. And no sleep till Brooklyn. Okay, yeah, you're right. Still the best sleep. Jay woke up so early. No, the reason I woke up early, guys, is because what happens is, like right now, I'm catching you at a good time. You know, I know a lot of you guys and girls too, because the girls here, start to go to sleep like around 11, 12 and prepare for work or Like, we older now. We sleep earlier. Bismarck English from LA. Okay. We sleep earlier, so I know you start to wind down around 11, 12. Maybe you sitting down watching football, having your beer, and tuning to me for a little while, and you're ready to sleep. So right now, if I'm catching you at 7 and I'm done by 9, you still can go catch your favorite show or something. So that's what I want to start doing now. I want to start getting up early. My favorite music artist was always Jay-Z. Was always Jay-Z because I felt myself listening to him. Um, I felt myself listening to him for inspiration. Jay-Z, because Jay-Z started the hustler era. Like when he came out, like when Jay-Z came out, he was the hustler. When DMX came out, DMX was the robber, and they're from the same time period. Yeah, it's Sunday night for y'all, but yeah, for me it's early Monday. It's early Monday morning. But yeah, but no, see, Jay-Z was the hustler, so that's why I always like Jay-Z's music, and I always listen to his songs for inspiration. Seriously, and it pushed me to like really go hard on hustling. And it's sad. I know it sounds crazy, but we all influenced by music. You know? Do you know Pharrell became a music producer because of him? Oh, I didn't know that. But no, that was my guy. That was my guy. But I like DMX too. I didn't like Ja Rule too much. And not even because of 50 Cent from Southside, even though when all that was happening, I knew what was happening because 50 was actually in the area and 50 Cent was actually a real gangster in the area. Because there's older guys that know him. And actually the guy that was Bangum Smurf, that was 50 Cent shooter, went to my elementary school, and he was the quiet kid. Didn't get in fights. He was the kid that, you know, but he ended up being a shooter for 50 Cent and shooting people. So I remember seeing him on the avenue, I'm like, Corey. He didn't say nothing to me. You know how guys, he had his Bangum Smurf now, Bangum Smurf gangster. But I remember I seen him on the Ave one day. He was with the other dude with I forgot they called. They had a little group with Bangum Smurf. And I see him on the avenue, and I called him by his government. He was known as Bangum Smurf, the shooter for 50 Cent. And I seen him on the avenue. I was like, Corey, what's up? He didn't answer me. And I'm like, look at him, like, yo, like, come on, man. Like, you still Corey, dog. He didn't say that. He walked off. But it's funny because he wasn't like that at elementary. I was the wild dude at elementary. So I caught myself because I'm like, I can't little man him. He's not that anymore. He messed around and shoot me. But to me, he was still Corey. I was like, yo, Corey, like you ain't changed, bro. And that's what I hate. I hated that when people like, they get all tough when they get in. You can't be like, of course, you can be tough, but don't be tough all the time. Come on, man. Like, you like for instance, me, I was never no punk. And whoever knew me knew that. Like, but I always have fun, I always like dancing. That was just me. I was like dancing, you know. I can't be I never was that guy like, oh, I'm super unless I'm like super pissed off and things are happening to me on a regular basis every day, then I'm like that. But no, I'm usually walking around, I'm happy, But when I seen him, it was like, how did you manage to make it? Just well, actually, I'm gonna get into that after, Joe. I'm gonna get into that after. But yeah, so yeah, oh, Humpty Dance is my joint, and that's when Tupac was actually. I didn't know. I loved the Humpty Dance, and I loved I loved Digital Underground, and I didn't know who Tupac was, you know. But Soy Cortez, how you doing? But yeah, but that's the thing. Like all the guys, they be tough. Like for instance, I remember, I met the guy from school, and then I remember I seen a guy from the neighborhood. I used to live in the house, and I seen him again. He was older, and he been in and out of jail. And I called him by his government. I'm like, "Yo, what's up, man?" And he looked up like real quick. He got like excited, and then dealt it back. This was years ago though, like 15 years ago. And then dealt it back. and still kind of like acting tough. And I'm like, bro, I didn't see this guy in like over 10 years. And he'd been out of jail. He probably did like 10 years in jail. And he actually got mixed into the drug era very young, you know. He was like in the 80s, you know, in the 90s, and he was young and he got mixed in and he was like 12, 13, mixed in the drugs. His brother was older, mixed in the drugs, and he was in the heart of South Side, you know, banging with the big boys. And he got locked up early, you know. But when I seen him, he was acting tough, and I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I used to live in I used to look up to him. Because actually, where I lived at, right, he had an older brother, and then it was him. So when I seen him, I didn't see him in like longer than like 15 years. So I'm calling him by his government, like, and he looked real quick, because he knew who I was. He looked, and then he dulled it back, and I'm like, ah. I wasn't mad at him for it, but you know, when you're in the hood, you know, I was around a whole bunch of guys that was that, you know, he had to keep that persona around. He wasn't acting tough. He was just he was calm in his stance. When you see me, he got excited and ducked it back a little bit. I'm like, I guess he had to, because you know you gotta have that persona. I guess I just wanted to go give him a dap and a hug and what's up, man. But I just let it go. I was like, just walk off. Yes, language number 6. What kind of music do you like? Yes, language number 6. What kind of music do you like? Oh, don't like contest. Okay, but yeah, oh yeah, I see. I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna call it out, but KC was happening with something didn't continue from last time. I don't want to call it out, but they know what I'm talking about. The two people. Me and Kay talked about it after too. Yeah, I've been up since 6:25, but no, how I did it with how I did it, and thank you for bringing me back on track. Who's that? Let me see. Who asked the question? Asia changes you. Once you have some Asian family and friends, you realize you don't got to be harder. Well, actually, no, I realized that I would never was like acted super hard like that. No, see, that was never me. If anybody knew me, I was the dancer in the neighborhood. Like, I was that kid. You feel me? I was that kid. The dance, like I always was in the, like for instance, I was in the PAL and I was playing basketball, and also we came in 7th place in all of New York. For like they have like a sort of talent show, and I was choreographing the dances and everything. That was always me. I was a dancer. I was a dancer and a fighter. Like, you know, back in those days, you know, you were more cultured. Like, you know, I was a running man, all of that. Like, I was put together dances. I was a dancer, but I always fought. You know, it was just natural. Like, it was just natural to be tough. It wasn't like a thing you just tried. Like, oh, I'm a tough guy. You know, so it's just in you. It's kind of like in those days you were built for jail. You know, so whenever I went to like go to jail, I didn't end up in jail for more than a week. But whenever I was in those situations, you know, I was never scared because of the way I was raised. It wasn't that I was, oh yeah, I'm tough, but it was always me. You know, no one could ever bully me. You know, even times I was scared, because I'm not super thug, but even times I was scared, I've always helped myself down. You know, I was just that kind. That's just me. That's natural. You know, through bringing back the memories. Yeah, it's you guys. You guys bringing it back because you know you guys are my age and older. Mostly everybody here is probably older than me. And see, the thing is, back in those days, you know, back in because I grew up in '80. You know, so think about it, I'm right there. '79's right there. Like I'm old school. It's because you know back in those days you were brought into the '60s and '70s with the people in '60s and '70s when you were '80s baby. Because the people in the '60s, you know, were your parents or '50s. You know, and you kind of brought up, you're raised with them. You know, you kind of raised with them. My mother had me at what? At 17 years old. She just turned 17. So, and that's how that they had kids back in the day. So, you know, I grew up with her and I grew up with my father, my stepfather, which is my father. That's my father. He's been there since I was 1. But I grew up with them, you know, and I seen them grow up. I'm the oldest too. So I seen them grow up. I seen their hardships, you know. I seen when my father was a deadbeat to when he changed his life around. He worked on Rikers Island and everything changed around. and then we moved to Long Island. Like they really worked hard. They got me out. They thought they got me out of the. They thought they got me out of the hood. It was still the hood though. It just was more quiet. It was more quiet, but yeah, no, they didn't get me out of nowhere. Because once you're still in New York, you know, it's still the same place. New York is New York. You can still go. I would still go to South Side and go hang with my friends sometimes, and you know all of that. Dante Ellis, what's up? Jane Vina TV, how you doing? William Hunter. So yeah, I forgot someone asked a question. They said, how did I do it with just $100? Well, it wasn't hard for me. I'll tell you why, because I had a contract I was working on Upwork, and I had the contract already for 2 years. So I was already secure in moving to the Philippines because all I had to do was get used to working at night, you know. So when I moved out with $100 in my pocket, okay, I already had it set. I already had K moved from Thailand already. K already moved from Thailand, secured us an apartment. Okay, so when I was coming into an apartment. K already set it up for me. So I was coming into an apartment set. It was already fully furnished. Everything was set. I knew exactly where I was going to be at. I knew the people in the area already because of her. She was already there. Her family was there. So when I got to the Philippines, it was just like I just landed. It was like I was already home, you know, because of K. Because I made sure K had it set up for me. See, the thing is, I didn't just move with the $100. I mentally prepared for the Philippines already, not by watching videos. I mentally prepared by telling K, okay, quit your job, start working with me online and doing these different ventures. She did it because she was actually making 800 almost to 1,000. Like K was gonna, if K would have stayed being a teacher, you know, she'd probably be making US money right now, you know, 1,500 to 2,000 a month. Because K was a great teacher, you know. But you know, I told her to, you know, just give it up. Go to Philippines, be with your family. I could have moved to Thailand and be with K while she was a teacher. But I told her, no, don't do that. I don't want you, I want you to be free. You know, and we had a business together. We were hiring people to do like call center type work and getting contracts. But then also I was getting other, like I would have like 3-4 contracts at a time. I would have a data entry contract and work like two calling contracts. Because see, on Upwork, what happens is, you know, you get US money. So when I came out here, I was making $14 an hour, like I was in the US online. Because what happened is, guys, I got caught up. See, when I was in the States, right, and I remember I was working at Cablevision, right, and I was so stressed on the inside because what they do on the inside, I was working there for 7 years, right? And what they do is when you looking to move up, and you start looking to move up, they'll actually write you up for something, for any little thing to make sure you can't switch your position. So that kept happening. So what happened is, and when I was there, you know, I kept going to the like I had a psychologist there because I was doing sales, guys. I was doing sales, and it was high pressure sales for 7 years, and they kept doing that, you know. And it like companies, they play psychological games and they don't know it messes people up, you know. And I hated that job, so I always didn't want to go. I would always milk it, you know. So I kind of would just go to the psychologist just to get time off. I would take time off and wasn't even sick. I wasn't mentally sick. I would just take time off. I hated the job because of the pressure. You know, I seen working at Cablevision, I had to have seen in a matter of 7 years, I've probably seen over 500 people get fired. And you seeing that all the time, people in and out, and you like, it puts pressure on you, you know. But I always had a mouthpiece. But you know, you get pressure. Yeah, no, you can make good pay online. Like for instance, I haven't had a contract for like a year, but you know, when you get these contracts, for instance, you know, the last one I had was paying me 40,000. I'm in the Philippines and they were paying me 40,000. You know, yeah, company politics drive you nuts. Yep, that's what happened. Company politics, and you know, it's funny. Forever I quit, right? I was so happy. Let me tell you what I did. I beefed up my 401k because I was planning my getaway, right? So this is what happened. I said, all right, you want to play games? Because in New York, right, they take 40% of your commission. If anybody ever made commission in New York, you know what I'm talking about. They take 40% of your commission. Now, the way they cheat that tax, because they consider it like you won a lotto or something in New York, your commission. I don't know why, but they do. They consider it like you won the lotto. So what I would do, my boy put me on, and I made that 40K a month because I was working at the place for what, like 4 years, 4 years. Guys, I worked contracts on Upwork for years. Like I had one contract for 4 years. I had another contract. The latest one was 4 years. And people see that, and so they looking for me to work. But it's not a regular job, you know. So it's a contract. But no, they man, people fiending for me to work because they see that. They see 4 years, 3 years, like, man, this guy is committed. And then they see my cable vision for 7 years. They go, wow, he's staying in places. Because I'm a faithful guy, you know. I'm a loyal guy until people don't deserve my loyalty. Of course, a lot of people don't deserve your loyalty. You know, like say a lot of dudes in the streets be knuckleheads and think they deserve loyalty from you, and they're knuckleheads. And they don't deserve to be followed, you know. And even, you know, leaders don't deserve to be followed, but they think they know it alls and they're knuckleheads. You feel me? So, you know, I don't follow knuckleheads. Yes, call center job, especially sales job, is stressful sometimes. That's why I stick in customer service. Well, actually, no, it's not. It's not stressful. Um, like K actually was in sales too. That's why me and K clicked. So that's the thing too, guys. I made sure to choose a woman. Yeah, it's a lot of knuckleheads everywhere, actually, all over the world. You know, you got them down knuckleheads everywhere in the U.S. And the dudes don't think they're knuckleheads. They think they're intelligent, but they're not. You know, they're not really intelligent. They're not, and you know, you can't go behind people that don't got no sense. Because look, I changed my whole life around. I was always on it. I was always on progression, not stay in the hood. I was always, you know, follow my own path. That was always me up in there. So that's how I am. So you got to respect it all, you know. In a way, I changed, but I'm still that same guy I was, you know, always with it. I try to get it out of me, but it never leave me. I always have that in me, you know. I've read the news. I've read news that they will give out money there to those due to lockdown. It's not much, but it will help the poor families. They want it to be 10K. No, they're not going to give that money out. Yeah, the noisier they are, they're the ones that do not make sense at all. No, it's true, Panay, and it's funny because, you know, even before I started making the videos I make now, if anybody remembers, guys probably came to me for me not making the videos where I'm telling people, you know, things that happen. That's because that whole time I was paying attention and watching news and watching situations and learning. You see what I'm saying? And like I've been learning things and I've been peeping things out and for all this time here. So now I know the lay of the land. You understand? I know how to move around. So now I can talk. That's why I make the videos I do now. I changed it. I don't just go make shopping videos. And what happens is, like, sometimes you get Filipinos that hear me talking about the Philippines and they want to stick you. One guy said, do what you're good at, shopping video. Like, he didn't say shopping video, but stick with what you're good at. And I'm like, well, no, I'm not. That's not what I'm good at. People want to see this. People need help with this. You know, people need help with, you know, coming here and learning about certain women because, you know, learning about certain situations that can happen because you can, man, foreigners come out here and end up being pig slop in somebody in the province somewhere in somebody's yard because they you know get involved in certain things or they complain too much in a certain area and they don't know in some of these provinces, you know, there's no law. People control what happens. He said, don't us dictate you. Do what you think is right. You guys are doing great. You know, I always will up in there. I always will do what I think is right. I always will do what I think is right. But yeah, when I think of the Philippines, I want to see as much Accurate information is possible, so I appreciate you making this content. And that's the thing, Sonic. I have to yeah, thank you for coming, Renard. He said first time listening to my live stream. But no, that's why I make the videos I do now, is because I had to come to the Philippines and be quiet first. That's why I would make the shopping videos. But now it's like, okay, I see a lay of the land, you know, now I can speak on it because I have experience here. You know, it's going on 6 years. It'd be 6 years in November. And I spent 6 years keeping my mouth closed. So when you guys see me talking about it now, you got to remember, because a lot of you know, that's why I love talking to y'all in this live stream, because a lot of people in this live stream know me from a while ago and know I wasn't making these videos before, you know, because I was paying attention to what's happening and keeping my mouth closed and paying attention and watching everybody. I'm a watcher. I don't like when I was in New York, I always, like, sometimes when I'm around people, I'm just watching everything. And people think I'm quiet, but I'm not quiet. I'm actually, I got a big mouth, but before I can have a big mouth and speak and know something, I watch it. So I'm a big watcher. If I'm in a group of people, I'm just, a lot of times I'm quiet, just watching, just peeping people's movements, seeing how they operate. So then you start to know them. You know, I study people. You understand? So I can feel certain things. So I know when certain people's this or that. You know, it's to New York. It's real. It's a real thing. You know, I get around people. I don't just start yapping. You know, you guys hear me yapping now, but that's because I yap for a living. But, you know, I'm a watcher. I'm watching what's going on, analyzing people, seeing people's habits, you know? Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, but yeah, it's scary there at Manila Airport. And guys, I got to tell you this. Nah, I can't say it. She don't get so mad. I'm gonna say it though. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something.
Jay, you go live.
Kay has been walking around for the past 3 hours, Bucky naked. She keep walking in here naked, and it's crazy. Like, if the camera put me, I gotta be like, oh wow. She's just walking around naked, like.
Stop, Jay. I hate you.
Okay, just look. And then she put a t-shirt on, she's still naked. What's taking you so long to get up? I can't see. Oh man. Okay, what if somebody had a well, nah, I can't say that. I'm bugging out now. No, yeah. Yeah, no. No, I did it to pick on her because I know she's like, Jay. That's not chicken daughter. It's funny. Babe, how many times? You've been up since what? 6:45, 6:30. Walking in here naked for like the hour. I've been on live stream for an hour. I know she's gonna give me back. She's gonna give me right, Tony. She's gonna give me back.
Announcement.
No, okay, no, it's funny because you keep walking back and forth. I'm reading the comments, okay? It's just no. Oh yeah, Radiman called you scaredy cat, Kay. She's not scared, man. Kay didn't want to do it. Kay wasn't scared, y'all. Kay just didn't want to do it.
I don't like it.
Kay just don't want to do it. Kay just don't want to do it.
And
website, you know, I'm gonna try my hand at comedy, actually. You know, because I'm a very spontaneous comic. And I'm naturally like, because when I was in school, and I told it to my son too. The thing is, right, I picked on my son so much growing up. Like, he was in school and got picked on, right? A kid picked on him, and that's what I used to do too. A kid picked on him, and my son kept ragging him, but picking on him. My son kept going. My son, because my son is a joker. My son, oh yeah, big head, me big head, and my son got him, and then the kid ended up fighting my son, but my son is not a fighter yet.
Let's tell the story about when JJ is crying, and then you found out he's doing.
Oh yeah. I gotta tell you this story, right? So JJ was crying one time, and I forgot the situation, kid. How did it happen again? Oh yeah, I remember. He was crying. My son was crying, right? And then I found out because he got picked on in school. He was getting a kid was messing with him, right? Kept fighting him and wouldn't stop. So what happened was My son comes home. He's crying. He's crying to his mother, my baby mother. He's crying to her. And so I get on the phone with him and I'm like, so what happened? So I got a way that I know how to break down my son and find out the truth, right? So I'm breaking him down more and more by questioning. I'm breaking down the layers. Come to find out, I said, JJ, my son was picking on him. I guess if my son did the flip around, I used to do that to kids all the time. I used to get in a lot of fights because of it. Like kids would like crack jokes and I'll keep ragging forever. I'll rag the kid forever and then rag him and then see him again in the lunchtime and rag him again and then rag him. Like I was never bullied. I'll keep picking on him, ragging him. And I was always the little guy that I didn't care how big the guy was. Like for instance, I always got in fight with the tallest kid in class. I was the shortest kid in class, fighting the tallest kid in class because I rag him and then I walk by him and then he'll mess with somebody and I'll be picking on him and then that was the worst. But I guess JJ, my son did that. And to come to find out, he said, no, the kid did this. And I kept joking on him back. And I said, I'm thinking in my head, like, good job, son. I'm thinking like I used to do that too. Good job. And I like that because, he can't really be bullied. My son is like unbelievable, if that's not a word, but he's like unbelievable. And yeah, you have to study people first before you say something. Yeah. But I'm looking at coming over 2022. I'm sure everything would be good by that time. But yeah, no, I love that. And you got to be like that in life because that's what got me. That's what saved my life. Actually, is that I'm like that. I observe things before I talk, and usually not only you observe things before you talk, you got to be ready to back up everything you say with action. It's sad that it has to be like that. But in life, that's like that all through life. You got to be ready in a heartbeat to back up everything you say in a drop of a dime. And I've always been like that. If it's on, like the animal comes out, and you have to be like that because if you're not like that, it's hard to survive. It was hard to survive. You're not going to survive in Queens in the 80s and 90s, even now. And you're not going to survive in areas, even in New York, you're not going to survive, especially if you're into those type of things, negativity. And you're not ready to slap at the drop of a dime. I was always like that. I wasn't like always crazy. I am crazy somewhat, and Kay knows I'm crazy, but you have to be ready to, at the drop of a dime, to snap and turn it on. And I was always like that. I remember one time I was on a bus, I stepped on a guy's sneakers by mistake, right? And so this happened on Long Island. So I told the guy, sorry. I'm like, and I'm starting to feel like a punk now because I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Because he had brand new Uptowns. Everybody had the white Uptowns. So I stepped on his feet and I was like, yo, I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I said, it's like, I'm so sorry for stepping on your feet. I'm sorry, man. I see his fresh sneakers. I'm sorry. But he's like, nah, man, nah. So he keeps going at me. And then so he keeps going at me. And then he hits a switch. And no sorry stopped. I must have said sorry 20 times. And no sorry stopped. And I said sorry. He said, yo. And when I flipped out like that, I had my fist balled and I was going towards him. I said sorry. And I started going towards him, walking towards, and he said, yo, my bad. Yo, my fault. And I said, yo, I said sorry. And I started to go towards him. I'm walking like this. And I was ready to like grab him and flip him. Because I was always a wrestler. I was ready to grab him, flip him by his feet. Now I'm just saying how I am, kid. And I was ready to start fighting or stabbing or whatever I had to do. And he wasn't ready for that. But that's the problem. Like guys, they act over tough for no reason. And it's really no need to be like that, And it's really no need to be like that. And what happens is you have to be ready to bring the animal out, And the sad thing, and I tell Kay all the time, I say, Kay, in the Philippines, I said I have to be extra humble because I said if somebody comes up to me with a knife or something like that, I said, Kay, I'm gonna run. And she said, and she's like, why? I'm scared of what I may do to somebody here. You understand?
Yeah, you've been so good.
What? I'm being so good.
Yeah, no, you never been a problem.
I know I've never been a problem because I always go away from it. Like I'm not looking. I know how I am, so I don't want to. A lot of times, it's not say I've been scared of other people before, but it's not them I'm scared of. It's myself because I know how I am, you know, and I'm not on the defense, but you know, like
You put your life into that.
huh?
You put your life.
Yeah. And also, I gave my life to God, and I really started changing my life. So I'm not like that no more, and I don't want it to be brought out. So every time, if any problems happen here, I'm getting away from it. Yeah, no, it takes a lot. Like for instance, the guy I remember when I hit a guy with my umbrella when I was my king. He said to me, "Next time, Kuya," and I got a little upset, but I held myself back. I said, because he said that, and I'm like, and that thought comes in your head, like, should I do it? I'm like, nah, I'm out here in the Philippines. Foreigners always get the blame in the Philippines. Smart to try to get out before anything happens. Facebook, Ryan Adienza. Yeah, but no, and that's the thing in the Philippines. Uh, guys, leave the attitude wherever you're from because I don't want to. I don't want to get in a situation where I'll end up doing 20, 30 years in a Philippines prison. But at the same time, it's sad to say, and I have to get that out of me. I still wouldn't mind. I still wouldn't care to do it if I had to. Just speaking facts, you know, if I had to end up in a Philippines prison for 40, 50 years, so be it. That's how I feel because it's just in me, and I got to get it out, and only God can take that out of me. You know, only God can take it out.
Go to prison right now.
Yeah, I know, because out here the conditions are different, and the sad thing is, I'm sure I'll be living like a king. I'm sure in jails, because they got some ones here where you do a long time and you can pay your way, and I'm sure I would, but I don't want to think about that. I'm born and raised in Manila, but I'm scared of my own place. A lot of bullies here too. Yeah, it's a lot of bullies in Manila. It's a lot of bullies in Manila. I mean, like sometimes, guys, oh man, stories I got. I remember one time it happened, and the guys they'll say things, or like when guys, you know what I don't like here when they go like they do that, like you're supposed to move, and it's disrespectful, and you have to get used to that. Because sometimes guys do that, especially if you're in the streets of Manila, they like it's like move, like they asking you to get out the way, but like for a guy like me, that's like I said, "Kid, what are they doing?" They said they want you to move. I said, when I first seen that, it was like when I first came here. Kay remembers the person, and a feeling went through. You guys know, like a feeling went through my chest, and I said, like, what kind of disrespectful? And I turned around like, and the fire went through me, and I said, chill. But I'm trying to get it out. I'm trying to get it out. Yeah, in Thailand they're gang up on the foreigner. Yeah, they were gang up on the foreigners. But yeah, no guys, for the most part, the Philippines is cool and it's safe. You just have to tread carefully because um, I'm not going to be the guy. I'm not going to be the guy that say I do flip out on somebody, and then you got the repercussions to pay with the families coming then after that. Yeah, exactly. It's still good to avoid those issues, and I do every time when things like that happen. That's why I go to K. Like, say if I go through any like when waiters like when you go to some places, sometimes you're gonna get horrible service. A lot of horrible service out here, and you know, I complain to K. I say that like I put all my worries and care on K. K, K, can you say something, K? Because she gets it, and K, I drive K crazy sometimes because I say something to her. I won't say something to the person because when I say something to people, it comes across the wrong way because of how I speak. You know. And I speak very aggressively. It's natural. I can't help it. No, you don't see foreigners getting into trouble with the locals. You hear about it. See, the thing is, you hear about it. It's a funny thing you hear about. Like when I came out here, like stuff would stop happening in the cities for foreigners. Really, I mean, it started happening in the province because what happens is guys get in these provinces and and they get in disputes in a province with Filipinos. Say, for instance, it'd be a noise complaint, and they'll go making noise and go complaining to barangay, and they think they can just do that out here when you can't. Okay, you can't really do that out here because when it comes time for them, the person wants to lash out. The barangay is not going to save you. They care about the Filipino first. I've seen a lot of videos when you walk by alone on the street, they will just gang up on you. That happened to me back there. Yeah. All right, have a good one, Panay. But yeah, no, those things never happened to me. I've been in Tondo. I've been in Tondo at nighttime where it's dangerous at, and I haven't had to worry. It's just a lot of things is the way you carry yourself, And plus, too, you got to think, guys. I'll be honest with you. If I'm not talking, you're probably gonna think I'm Filipino. So I kind of blend in a lot. So the more and more I learn Tagalog, I'll be able to blend in anywhere in the Philippines. So I have that going for me too. Is that when you see, because in the Philippines, for instance, my brother, I've seen so many guys that look like my brother. They look like people from my family. So I guess it's kind of the same culture because we think of Indians, because Filipinos, they're Indians too. Even Africans is somewhat Indian. It's all connected. It's just different. It's. And you think about all of the islands, Mexico, and you go around, and Jamaica, all of it, and then you go around to the Philippines. It's all connected. It's all connected. And then Hawaii, it's all connected. All the islands are connected. Africa, because it all started from Africa and branched off. That's all. But it's all connected. Even Australia, because the natives were there too. Well, no, you'll be fine. Website, you'll be fine in the Philippines. It just depends on how you carry yourself. Filipinos are cool as hell, man. Filipinos are cool. They're some of the coolest people you ever meet in the world. It's like, you know what it is? I know website, and that's why you do have to be careful too. I did end up learning screen martial arts because Filipinos, right? They those who can't control their anger will destroy. Yeah, that's true. Even U.S., I keep my cool. Yep. Those who can't control their anger will destroy themselves. And there's so many times I had to control my anger, Ismail, and there's so many times that I did stupid things. And it's sad because sometimes you have to do stupid things to prove a point. That has to be a message. And you got to be ready to stand up and don't back down to nobody most of the time. And it's sad that it has to be like that, but it's like that in the U.S. even more so than the Philippines. Like Philippines is much safer than U.S. Much safer than the U.S. because with police alone, when I was in New York, if any guys know, like the police with the legal stop and searches, that's all they do in New York. I'm sure it's probably slowed down now, but those stop and searches they do is wicked, And I got caught up in plenty of those. RJ, what's going on, man? Yeah, RJ, I gotta look for your email because we're gonna work on the show soon. I'm planning it now, so I want to start bringing you my plans. I'm gonna send you an email, brother. RJ. In the U.S., I keep my cool. Those who can't control their anger will destroy themselves. Yep. Outside of the negative people in the Philippines will treat you like it's true. No, Filipinos are very loving people, and I've came to understand them, and I've came to see that they're a lot like me, with the way they tolerate respect. Like that's why I have Filipinos, like they come on my videos and say, "Oh, what are you doing talking about the?" Because they don't understand that I'm not bashing the Philippines. I love the Philippines. I'm just saying things that happen here to show foreigners what to do and what not to do. You know? Yeah, yeah. I'm sure they will, Eric Gammon. Yep. But that was horrible in U.S. and yeah. And what happens is most people in the ghetto, they can't afford lawyers to fight those stop and frisk. So they stop and frisk you, find a gun. You don't have money for a lawyer. You know, you can't beat the case. You if you get a lawyer, you can beat that. But most guys ain't thinking. You know, Tony Kusanagi 87. What's going on, brother? Freshman casino. Most Filipinos treat the foreigners nicer than Balibayans. I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that. Well, I'll be honest with you. You know, keep it real. Keep it all the way real. I'm not trying to bash or nothing, and it's not a racist country, but Filipinos love white people. The Filipinos want to be whites. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. That's and that's why the white guys come here and dominate the YouTube scene. Because Filipinos want to be whites. The guys come here and show that fake pretty life, and the Filipinos love it and they get excited and they watch it. But you know, they don't they're not used to the realness like that. Because what happens is it's a lot of kids watching this, right? It's a lot of kids that watch these foreigners. It's not adults watching them. Like I'm sure adult Filipinos that understand English probably will watch someone like me and watch expats actually. But the kids watch these foreigners that come here and show, oh yeah, I'm traveling. Everything is beautiful. And that's just how the Philippines YouTube scene is. Where the youth, they watch the people that paint up the stories all nice. And so what happened is, like a lot of times I had subscribers that would come to me complaining and say, oh, I've been a subscriber of yours, and like now you're making this content. It's like they want me to make the shopping videos, and I'm still gonna do those, but you have to keep it real with people. You got to tell people what's going on. You know, people gonna respect that. The Spanish colonial mentality, and it is the Spanish colonial mentality, and they don't know that the Spanish and the people that brought the Catholic religion to the Philippines forced it on them. The Catholic religion was forced on people back in those days, and people don't realize that. And it was the Spanish that did it. It was the Spanish doing it. The Spanish and the Italians that did it. And they came over here in the Philippines and they brought that mentality here. And that's why it is now the way it is today, even with, they don't want to get tans. But the real Filipinos know. Do some videos. I got to do more of those, Eric Gaming. I'm happy you said that. I'm going to start doing tons of condo videos, but I have to wait until it opens up. That's why I'm going to have to leave Manila, y'all, because the only place locked down in the Philippines right now is Manila. They could open up the Philippines to you guys and open up another airport somewhere else, and all of you will come, because over there, the COVID is not running rampant like that. It's not running rampant in other places. It's running rampant in Manila. But it's so, think about that, guys. It's not running rampant everywhere. But the numbers they're showing for 10,000 that's only happening in Manila. The Philippines doesn't have a COVID problem. It's Manila that has a COVID problem, not the Philippines. So that's what bugs me out. So when you think about the Philippines not being open, I'm not trying to go against the establishment, but you think about the 20,000, and then you think about the numbers they're showing. All right, 20,000 people got it. All right, 20,000 more people got it. They're doing the right thing by trying to contain it in Manila. So that's why Manila can't go out. But the rest of the Philippines is good. They're out there in the provinces, chilling, going to beaches, having a good old time. So me and Kay got to start thinking about getting out of Manila once we can. Once GCQ opens up and we can leave, we need to go, because Manila is the only place that's locked down. And we need to get out of here. But other than that, the Philippines is wide open. Other places are open. I'm sure other places are having some things to where, you can't do certain things, but Only thing locked down is Manila for the most part. Good looks for the super chat, RJ. Also, I had someone else give a super chat earlier. Who was that? I'm sorry, guys, I didn't acknowledge you. Send you the link. I'm sending it to Kay right now. Kay's coming. What is it? Hour and 19 minutes later, Kay comes.
This is your live stream.
I know it's my live stream. That's why I don't mind doing it on my own.
Okay.
No, you can come. I want you to come. You add that different flavor. You add the female flavor. You do. You lighten it up a little bit. You lighten up my life. But guys, this is the thing. I don't know how it's gonna go with the internet service.
Why? So slow?
No, not for me. There was a black guy in the military that got assaulted by local police. He's suing the police precinct for $1 million. Yeah, those things are happening. Let me send this to K. But it doesn't happen here. You see, it doesn't happen anywhere but U.S., man. And it happened to other people too. It's not just blacks. It's happening to whites out there. Whites in the U.S. too are going through it, and everybody. Like, police is getting, they're getting out of hand. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see. All right, let me send Katie's link, y'all. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had to take some time to send that to K. Let me see. Shout out Tom. Numbers and numbers in cases are cases, not deaths. Numbers are manipulated. Cases of beer do not equal intoxicated people. Very true, Didi Prepper. Very true. And the way to stop COVID is not the practices that the world is taking. That's why in US switched up the way they're fighting it, and they're opening up, just closing everything down anymore because it's not the way. And it's funny because it's only in Manila. It's not spread throughout the whole Philippines. It's mostly happening in Manila. It's a Manila problem. It's not a Philippines problem. That's why the Manila is locked down. But they got to work it out because, in all actuality, it's not many COVID cases in the Philippines. When you look at the overall numbers, there's way too many people in the Philippines, and all of them are not in Manila. Manila holds a big number in that population, though. But all those numbers are mostly in all those numbers are in the in Manila, not in the provinces. The provinces like in Kay's province where she's from, they're traveling around, going to beaches. And in the Kay's sister showing her, yeah, I'm from the US. I'm from Queens, New York. Website, hey Black Flippin', I really appreciate what you're doing. Keep it up, brother. You're doing a great job. If someone died, they always say it's from COVID. Yeah, and they try to say that with DMX too. You guys seen that? They tried to they tried to say that second lieutenant that got stopped by the police. They tried to say DMX had COVID, or that guy stepped in the cockroach, he died. COVID. Yep. How's the vaccine going? I'm happy Kay came because Kay probably had some reports. Kay, we can't hear you.
Hi guys.
So
Good
Kay,
morning.
so David Matthews asked, "How's the vaccine going?" I gotta use the bathroom, guys.
So I don't have too much news about the vaccine, but about the curfew hours here in the Philippines, it changed from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m., which is good news for us. We don't need to rush in the grocery store whenever we go to grocery. But for the vaccine, I, di- I didn't remember the exact amount, but there is some vaccine coming, like millions coming. They bought some vaccine in China. I think that's Sinovac. And about the other vaccine, which is the AstraZeneca, there is some news which is around Europe that those people who use the AstraZeneca got a blood clot or something in their body part, in the head, in the knee, something like that. So it's like a little bit bad news here in the Philippines because it could get other people not to do the vaccine no more or get scared again. But that's what I know about the vaccine so far. But in the news, I was hearing it, but I cannot remember how much is coming. But by between June to July, that's the time they're gonna do the max. Ano to we call this? Mass vaccination, which everybody will get vaccinated, something like that. I was
Mm-hmm.
talking about the AstraZeneca because
I heard you.
remember I told you the other day that there's
Blood
some
clot.
people got the blood cut. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my voice is so ugly. I sounds like a gay voice.
No, you don't.
No, because I just woke up. My voice
Okay,
is
yeah,
like
you sound like a woman not trying to be extra feminine. Okay, you're not trying to make a sweet voice. Like
yeah,
gay dude, you could tell
really.
because they trying to be like, yeah, sure. You still hear it in their voice. You can tell they do. Sometimes they're good at it, but not really. I bet
Yeah,
if
I
you
know.
walk
My
on,
voice is still bedroom voice, guys.
yeah, it's true. If you trip on an airport, they're gonna say it's COVID. Yep, Pfizer's done a giant vaccine all over the U.S. Yeah, no. See, guys, we're waiting out here for them to get it right with the vaccines, and it may take like a year or maybe
Mhm.
less when we get it right. But we want to wait until they get it right with the vaccine. Then me
Mhm.
and Kay will participate and take the vaccine at that time.
Because the vaccine, it says that even though you do the vaccine already, you still have a chance to get,
To get
you know,
COVID.
yeah, don't say the word, but you're still
Oh yeah,
gonna have a
yeah.
chance to have it. But
Hmm.
it's gonna be mild, not like the
Yeah.
super dangerous one or deadly one. But you're still gonna have it. There's a chance you're still having it. Especially they said if there's a two injection, the first injection think that you don't have it yet, and the second injection. That they say in DOH when I was listening to DOH and by the August news. Anyway,
Yeah,
you want to need some
that's the
comment?
thing. That's the thing, Renard. Like you said, with the vaccine, like you said, my only fear of the vaccine is I have ulcers. My medicine for
Mm-hmm.
it is autoimmune suppressant. Yeah, that's like see things like that are gonna mess up things like that. So if you already have other conditions and you're taking a vaccine, you know, you may be at risk of dying. Like you don't know what's gonna happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never seen a vaccine like this is new and they're giving people two doses. Like I don't you give me two doses for? Well, I have to get two doses. I'll have to come back and get another dose. Yeah, that's
But
crazy. Like,
I think there's a vaccine that one dose only. I think it's from Pfizer. My uncle is waiting for it, but I'm
mhm,
not gonna do it yet until it's really required to do it already because you know it's
mhm.
not yet like the best one that's
Yeah,
coming.
exactly. And
Anyway, we're not allowed to do it anyway yet because it's only for people like the frontliners. They're not giving it to public yet. They're just choosing people who gonna get the vaccine right now here in the Philippines.
yeah, and the thing is, guys, like I wouldn't even need it. Like I was out in the U.S. Right, I traveled to the U.S. Um, came back, no COVID. Okay, see, the thing is when I was out there in the U.S. I was irresponsible. I had my face mask on. I wasn't in people's faces. I didn't even go see any people like that I knew in New York like that. I didn't go visit nobody. I didn't go
Mm-hmm.
visit a whole bunch of family and go around. I came there to see my son, and I was about that mission. Go see my son, go home. Right now it's COVID. I'll see them next time. I'll see my family
Mm-hmm.
next time. So I was like, see my son. I see my cousin because that's where I was staying in PA. I see my parents. Of course, you got to visit your parents. And then I seen my son's mother's. It's my son's mother's mother because she's like my mother as well. And chill with them for a little bit and then left and then came back. And everybody I was around didn't have COVID. I didn't get COVID. No problem. So, and the thing that bugged me out was like all these reports. That's why it feels fake to me because it's reported so much. They've never ever reported a virus the way they're doing this now. Okay, all of the other viruses didn't make it. And the crazy thing is, you look at all those African countries before that they were saying Ebola, all of that. all of those guys are good. We need to look to Africa for the cures. They got doctors out there that was curing Ebola. You know, they were creating cures for Ebola, but you know, they were using antiviral methods, like they were using echinacea and they were using what's the name of it, like colloidal silver and things like that. You know, they were making these different recipes up and healing people. You know, and so and those same things will stop COVID too, but they don't want the masses to get these things. Okay, that's why in those countries, I'm sure a lot of those countries that are being affected by Ebola in Africa, where they were testing at, where they were testing, trying to start something out, because that's what they were doing. Okay, and make a cure for it. They were testing on Africans. They actually have the cure, and they made the cure themselves. So they have the cure for cold for this thing here now already in Africa, and you don't need to get a shot. You can use natural remedies. Okay, and that's why you don't see those high numbers in some of those countries. Yeah, exactly. Dude jumps out of a plane, no parachute. He dies from this, and it's getting out of hand, and it's crazy. And you know what's happening? Oh man, they're trying to start the new world order with it, but it's not the way that you're gonna bring in the new world order. There's too many people now, and also too many people know the truth of what's happening. Eat more bananas, it will protect you from COVID. Me and Kay eat tons of bananas. It's crazy. Like you said,
We
website.
eat a lot of fruits, guys. A lot of fruits.
We have a bunch of oranges here.
Pineapple, watermelon,
Smoothie.
lemon.
We exercise. So it's a light chance for us not get vitamin C, all of that, zinc, all of that. Me and Kay
You need
have.
to have a strong immune system as
And then
well.
also
So
we have, in case we get sick, we have echinacea and you know garlic to help us out.
and
You
also
know,
you can always say you need to be like healthy all the time. I mean not healthy,
yeah.
I mean careful, wash your hands, wear your
Mhm.
mask if you need to, if you go outside, of course. So
Yeah.
safety is better than cure, right? I know the prevention is better than
Safety.
cure.
Yep. Prevention.
Safety.
Prevention.
Jay, I just wanna shout out all your members because that's what I do
Yeah.
whenever I'm
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
live.
That's what y'all
This
been
is
saying.
only a few minutes,
Oh,
guys. So no, maybe
yeah.
like a minute. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining TBF team, and I want to shout out Exotic Filipina, Kalo, Charles Acana, Dennis Antonio. This is like a graduation. Ta-na-na-na.
Yeah.
Simple Rocco. Simple Rocco will be interviewing Jay. He messaged you on your Gmail, so soon
Oh, yeah.
maybe
Listen back.
Jay we're
So,
gonna guest on Simple Rocco
yeah,
YouTube
guys,
channel. He's a YouTuber, guys.
watch Simply Rocco.
Simple Rocco. Tony Anderson, Ken Lee, Ronald, thank you for the super chat. Tari Campbell, Life as a Human, Jojo, Mr. Rudolph Duman, Maurice Howard, Kay Dallas, John Thomas, Cecilia Salamat, myself, Big Man, 7917, Pinay Forever, Tampa Life, Craig McCoy, Clifton Palmer, Gonzo 660, Gomer 171, Eve Kalma, Lejon Dodley, Drew Knight, the J Maverick Show, Far From Home, the Wallace said, congratulations guys, you are batch, ano to, graduating, batch
Top honors. Top
2021.
honors. Honors.
Tantana.
And also,
And our
make sure
first honor,
too. Is that a Filipino makes videos? And don't forget to check out Katie Experience. If you got Filipinas, let your Filipina know you want to see some shopping. Watch K.
subscribe guys, that's my YouTube channel, KD Experience. For shopping, that's people who love to watch shopping,
Yeah.
subscribe. And your valedictorian is the Wallace Life. He's the first
Wow.
honorable mention here.
Oh, he's there? He's
Yeah, no,
there?
he's the first, he's the first member. So he's the
Oh yeah.
honor.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to
joking.
and check out the Wildlife Life too. But yeah, guys. But Kay, no, I'm happy you came, Kay. You know,
Okay.
subscribing is the key, not PM. Yeah, subscribing is the key. You know, I'm happy you came because you lightened it up a little bit. I started going into dark channels of the world, and Kay brings it back to the sunshine. Yeah.
Website, I'm married. Website. He said, "Are you single? I'm married to my husband. This is my
Yeah,
husband."
website. Website. I'm standing right here, bro. I see you, man. I see him. No, I'm not mad though. I don't get mad at that. No, I see him. Like I'm looking. I'm not an internet gangster. I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, website. Website. Trying to get up a
Silver
rock.
Rocco said, "Black Filipino and K telling COVID to go F
Yeah,
itself.
yeah, man. Exactly. I had to post that, but
Just kidding, Jay. Just kidding.
no, I don't care. I post it. Because I don't make streams about that. So I mean, I make this. The stream is not about it. Like this stream is about everything. But of course, we're gonna bring up every topic. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna stay quiet when it comes to talking about that. That's what's happening in the world. It's crazy. It's like they expect people not to talk about it on YouTube, but it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
People want to voice their opinion about it. I mean, it's like no free speech anymore. That's the thing. Free speech is dying, guys. Free speech is going to be dead. And when free speech starts to become dead, that's when we're in trouble. Especially when it goes dead in the U.S. Philippines, there's no free speech in the Philippines. It is, but not
Mm-hmm.
really. It is, but not really.
So I'm checking right now, Jay, if is there any question for you? But everybody is talking to each other as well, and
So, people just
I think
chilling.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Chilling with my homie, right?
yeah.
Chicken wings, hot dog and bologna. I forgot the song. Chilling with my homie.
No. Chick, hot dog and bologna, chicken and macaroni. Okay, come on.
Macaroni, chicken and
Chilling.
macaroni, chilling with my
Yeah,
homie.
y'all, I'm gonna tell you. I gotta tell y'all, man. Like I always do TikToks with Kay. Kay pulls me into TikToks, and guys, I'm gonna start posting all of the TikTok adventures on J and K channel. Definitely subscribe to J and K. We're gonna start doing some stuff there, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
post all the TikToks that Kay and her sisters are doing on there, and you gotta
Ah,
see them. And they be pulling me in too, and I get caught up in their TikToks.
it's making you young, just always
Yeah,
smiling,
yeah,
just enjoying,
yeah.
sometimes you just need to stop, forget about things going on outside and just enjoy for a
Yeah,
moment. Because
and it's funny because actually I gotta post it today, Kim. I may have you edit it. And I'll edit it. And I'll post it. But last time I caught Kay's mother, your mother was just like, y'all, babe. Like they all like and the mother's just like that too. Kay's mom, how old is your mom?
she's turning 62 this year, so
She's the
61.
mother's like doing a TikTok with him. I'm like, and I'm looking at everybody, I'm looking at her, I'm looking directly in her face. She didn't notice I'm looking at her, I'm like, oh, I'm like, look at Kay's mom fan, and she's like a fangirl, like do the TikTok. I'm like, but you guys are gonna see. I'm gonna let you guys know. Guys, also make sure to watch the community. I'm gonna start posting more in the community there, so you guys can watch that. All of you guys that are on YouTube. Also, I'm gonna start posting more content on Facebook too. I see Mark Surrey came in from Facebook because there's money on Facebook too, and I'm not getting it yet, so I gotta come get that back.
Website is TikTok. He knows TikTok. He said that's Bella Porch, the
Of course, yeah,
chicken wing
exactly. Yeah.
wings. Jay, Ronald Jefferson said, Jay, if you say Pinay one more time, pronounce Pinay, Pinay,
I say what?
Pinay. Ronald
Uh,
Jefferson said, pronounce Pinay, like a
yeah, no,
P,
I do do
Pinay.
TikTok. I do TikToks. Website. Like I said, website. I love Dan. I love having fun. I'm not one of those guys like super tough. Ooh, tough man. That's not me. I like having fun. You know, love having fun.
She's Simple Rocco said, my fiance said Kay looks like her.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah, and
Filipinos sometimes look
like
alike and American look alike too. Hmm?
yeah, we do. We both do TikTok. Like Tony Anderson said, everybody don't forget to hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys. Push the stream to the top. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button. Well, give me a like. I guess it's not the same thing. A UFO crashed somewhere in the desert. The alien died because of COVID. Oh man.
Shout out to Exotic Filipina guys.
Oh,
She's a
Dave Carter.
YouTuber as well. You can
Dave
visit her
Carter. You
YouTube
got
channel.
jokes, Dave? Dave, don't tell me you got jokes. I got to get Dave. Show your picture, Dave. He called me the Black Filipino TV. It look like you and KD experience in other countries. Hey, Dave, show that picture, man. Show that picture. I remember you had a picture before. If you want, you got jokes, bro. Show that picture.
Oh, picture.
No, you call me Black Filipina TV, Black Filipina. Dave, show that picture, bro. Come on and live stream. I'm joking. I'm joking. He probably like, what's this guy doing? But nah, he probably made a mistake. Or probably didn't. I don't know. But you
The
know,
Black Filipina.
I like to do TikTok because it's fun. Also, Kay, like what Kay does on TikTok,
Mhm.
went to PayPal for a small donation so the tube wouldn't beat you like about the head like 30%. Yep. They do get
Thanks,
us,
Glenn.
and thanks a lot for that, Glenn Miller, because you're right. They beat you in the head for the money, like you're on here on these live streams. I think with the live streams, they should let that be all of the persons, because
Mhm.
we work hard for that. Say we doing a live stream. Live stream take longer usually. Like me, I don't do our live streams. I like to take the time and get to speak with people because, this is when you guys get to speak with me and see the real me. So, you know. That's why I like to do live streams, and then you guys that give donations, it helps me out, and then they take 30% of that money. So thanks for that. Was that
But
Dave?
thank you for all the super chatters as
Glenn
well.
Miller.
The other one.
Yeah, and thank you everybody else for the super chats as well. They give us
Ismael has a question for you, Jay. Jay, do they have Snyder's pretzels there in the Philippines? I love them. Thing.
Snyder's. I think they do. You can find them. You can find them. You got to go to like because
SNR or Lander.
SNR stuff like that. Yeah, stuff like that. SNR. Also, you may be able to find them in places like what's the name of that store? Okay.
Landers
Landers. Also, what's the other one that we go to?
healthy
Uh,
options? No, it's not a
no,
healthy option.
no, how the options? Uh,
Houston's.
Rustin's. Yeah, Rustin's. You may find it in Rustin's. Landers, and places like that. Also, SNR. SNR is like the Costco and the BJ's in the Philippines. So yeah, you'll find it there. But
Oh,
I
he's
don't
a
know if they have it.
Filipino
I'm not
from
sure.
Manila. That's right.
Yeah.
Jay, Dave has a question. I mean, are you guys in the Philippines or one of you in the other country? We'll show you right now. Okay, wait.
Oh yeah. Kay's gonna show you. Where you going?
I'm going to show him we're together in one country.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Dave, listen, man. I gotta tell Dave.
I'm here.
Dave, man. When I first came here, bro, and I started making a video, like I can't have a long distance relationship for like. I got tired of it, man. I gotta have my lady with me. I wasn't one of those guys that said. That's why I left my job before I came here, Dave. I got rid of the rat race before I even came here. And so I was prepared. I was rid of the rat race for at least like 3 years before I came here. So when I came here to stay. I wasn't playing. I'm with my wife. I got to be with my lady. I can't have the long distance like some guys do that. They'll have their woman here, and then they'll be married. And I'm not talking about guys that have girlfriends. So that's different. I'm talking about guys that are actually married to women, and they're in the U.S. and the wife is here. Because she or and the wife is here. Maybe she got to take care of the mother or something. I can't do that. That's not me.
No, but
No.
there's a situation like, especially if the foreigner is working in US and that's their, that's how they earn money. That's why they're becoming separated. But it's really hard, guys.
Mhm.
Especially if you get married, it's really hard. The long distance relationship
Yeah.
is really, really hard because when Jay and I are together for 5 years, like for more than that, right? But
Yeah.
he's here for like 5 years and then he went to US and for a month. It's like it's crazy. It's really crazy. But I really admire those people who's married and they're in long distance relationship because they have no choice and the person need to go abroad and work. I really admire you guys because you need to really like have like trust each other like this and you need to really like work on your relationship because LDR, especially if you're married, is really hard. And I admire
Yeah.
you.
It is. It is. It is.
Yeah.
And that's why I came here to stay, and and I set it up. Like, see, the thing is, even though I came with 100, it was like I had millions over here because I had a smart mind woman that's preparing things for me.
Mhm.
So that's why the money didn't matter, and I got paid the next day when I got here. So I
Mhm.
was able to come out here living check to check because I was prepared. I had Kay here. I prepared. She had the mind. She had enough brains to help me be prepared. Like a lot of times, a lot of guys end up with these Filipinas here, and they don't know nothing. Like even I was saying shout out to him. Now respect him. What's his name? Tim. You guys know Tim. He's a YouTuber out here. He said it. If anybody watched his videos, he said he got a young girl, and when he first got with her, he wanted to do certain things, and she didn't know how to do nothing because she's not cultured. I mean, not cultured. She's not. She's not. She's been with her mother and father all her life. She doesn't know how to do anything. Kay know how to do it all. So that's why I chose, and I wanted that. I didn't want the pretty Filipina that didn't know much. That if I wanted to do business or whatever I wanted to do, somebody that already knew. Oh yeah, no, she's not in another country. Um, I wanted to. I am flowing for a long time, friend. You told us you came to the Philippines. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah, I came. Yeah, and Kay was here. That's why I was able to do it. Now, I
Mhm.
didn't want someone that didn't have any know-how. I wanted someone that was in my age bracket that I can speak to and love speaking to. That's why I dealt with that for 2 years. Me and Kay was long distance for 2 years,
Mhm.
and she got me through, and I got through it because of her mind. Her
Mhm.
mind, like me and Kay was running a business from Skype. Like Kay would get home from working and teaching and doing extra classes. Kay was a worker. Kay was there. Tim K. Shouts out to him. Tim K. Yeah, he said it. But Tim K. keeps it real. That's why I like Tim K. Tim K. said, he's he regretted it. He still loves his wife, of course, but he said he regretted it. Not that he regretted her. See, he didn't mean that. He didn't mean like that. So don't take me the wrong way. She didn't know anything, so he felt that. He felt the pain of that because she didn't know how to do certain things. And Kay, for instance, I asked Kay. Kay knew everything. Kay knows everything. When I
Oh,
came
I
here,
know.
you do. Like when we get married, Kay had all the paperwork. Kay held everything for me. She takes my stuff and like I got it. I got all the paperwork
No,
and
I asked Google, Jay. Google how to
no,
process a marriage license.
it don't matter. Kay, you have know-how
Google is
because
your friend.
Kay has experience, and I wanted someone experienced, and like before, like for instance, right now, I told Kay was doing a live stream yesterday, right? And like Kay right now, Kay's losing a ton of weight, and so am I. We both lost a ton of weight, and I've always told Kay, I said, I don't need to go outside and go get someone. If I want someone to be extra more sexy. I'm gonna make Kay that way. Now by getting the surgery, we're
Mhm.
gonna burn that fat. You feel me? And I'm gonna make her extra sexy. Okay, and she gonna be the woman. Because that guys, it's like I'm looking to change my life for the better. And I want to make it to heaven. I want to make it to perfection. You know, I do. And
But I just want to share, guys, that if you wanna, this is for dating online or meeting in person in the Philippines. If you
mhm,
wanna, meet your wife or your girl or your wife to be in the Philippines,
mhm,
there's also what do you call this? Positive and negative. But I suggest whatever you like. If you wanna date online or if you wanna meet the girl, it's up to you. But there's also a lot of successful online relationship. Like me and Jay is very successful, I can say, because we're married for 5 years already. And the long distance relationship is not gonna be it's gonna be no, but I'm running out of words. Long distance relationship is really work if both of you is working together. But
mhm.
the good thing about dating online is before you see the girl, you already know the person before you come to the Philippines. You
Man,
already know, talk to her, you already know her attitude. Not really like personally
no,
because it's different when you see the person. But once you come to the K knows everything, okay, then you can send really lot of numbers.
okay, okay, tell him.
I did that before, but not Lotto.
Tell him what you used to do for your father. Tell him.
No, when I was young, when I was grade six. I was sleeping, and then sometimes when you're tired, you're talking when you're sleeping, and Papa asked me,
She got
what's the number we're gonna win?" Like this, and then I give the number. He doesn't win a lot, but he won some money because I give him the number, and he put that the number. But it was a long time ago. I was like grade six, like few
when Kate
years
was
ago.
younger, Kate would get premonitions and stuff like that. No, it's true. People
Oh,
get them.
I
I
don't.
think that's what it's called. No, you did. You probably did, babe.
There's only
And
one thing.
yeah, well, he asked you and you had the number. So Ronald, so it's funny. That's why I said that. She actually gave winning numbers before when she was a little girl. Well, just pretend
I'm
like
gonna
you.
go back. I'm gonna go back on online relationship, Jay.
What?
So I
Oh
just
yeah.
wanna prove the point that it's still up to you, but there's always a successful, dating online. Or just come to the Philippines. It's the only thing in coming to the Philippines if you stay here for 2 months, and how you gonna know the person for a long time if it's 2 months only.
Yeah, that's the
That's
thing.
the only thing. But if
See,
you staying for good, that's not that's very good. That's not bad. But
yeah.
that's all my share. But anyway, let's go back to the chat. Sorry about that, guys.
No, no, it's all right. No, I want to go deep into that because I forgot what I was gonna say though. I forgot what I was gonna say. But no, okay. What happens is who you calling?
Go nuts. You guys wanna
Uh,
say call me now.
but no, what happens is guys do like say for instance, guys, you have experts saying, oh no, don't date women online. You have experts saying date women online. I'm saying don't be a punk out here for these girls, okay? Don't be soft. You understand? Woman may act like they want soft. That's say the woman that wants soft American dudes are the woman that want to take your money online. Okay, no woman wants a soft man. Okay, now this is the thing. What happens is these guys get online and they give girls everything, and you got to be careful of that. You can't feel sorry for them like that. And so then the guys get told don't date online because guys get robbed online, but it's because you let yourself get robbed. You let
Mhm.
yourself get robbed. Guys go online and get robbed. And then I remember I was interviewing this girl yesterday, and she said a guy just a guy she was talking to a guy she dates online and she was talking to a guy, and he just said, "Oh, are you a scammer?" Like, what kind of question is that? The guy asked her, "Are you a scammer?" And she gave him no reason to say that. She's just taken back. Like, the guy just said, "Oh," because guys keep hearing this thing, "Oh, Filipinos are scammers," and it's not true. You can't come at women like that. Like, well, no, it's true. It's true, but no. But see, David, what happens is a lot of times you get to the Philippines, you just looking to bang something. I'm gonna tell you how it is, man. Let me keep it real with me now. Keep it real. The guys that come to the Philippines to meet women are coming to the Philippines to bang women. They ain't coming here to find a woman to be with forever. That's the truth. They're coming to
There's
bang.
some also like
Some,
wanna be
some are
put their
coming.
life together.
Some. But for the most part, they're coming to bang women, and guys are coming to take advantage of women. Okay. But online, what it did for me is it slowed me down. That's what I was saying in my last video I did. Online actually slowed me down because if it wasn't online and I came into the Philippines with my mentality, it would have been a cakewalk for me. I would have got every Filipino I seen almost. I'd be banging everything. Yeah, that's
Even
what
the
happened.
wall, Jay. The wall.
But no,
Just
no, no, I'm saying.
everybody.
So I came on the plane and even in the airport, I'm in the airport and all the flight attendants were gorgeous. And then all of the everybody I seen that was even working at the airport was pretty. And it's just not like that in the US. Yeah, I would have been banging everything. I'm serious. I didn't have a problem getting women where I was from. I didn't have a problem. Man, listen, like for guys that were scared to talk, I was out there talking to women every day. Not the wall, but seriously though. No, seriously, that's just how I am. I would have, man. There's scammers in America too, exactly. But no, she said that. She said that. She said, the guy asked for my scammer, and I was like, man, we got.
Don't say too much, Jay, so that they will watch the
Oh yeah,
video,
yeah.
guys.
I gotta watch
This
it. That's
interview was good.
yeah,
This is a Filipina. Very. It's like
coming tomorrow.
it's like one out of 100 Filipinas. She's very very like she's very good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
stay tuned. It's coming very soon. Maybe tomorrow or
Oh, yeah.
this
And
week. It's coming soon.
I was gonna give out more, but I can't. I can't give out no more because
I want you guys to watch it to know her more. And the
yeah,
reason Jay's doing this is for to show that not all Filipina are like just trying to get your money. Not all Filipina are scammers. Most of
yeah,
the Filipina are really like a hard worker.
yeah.
They really
They need,
work hard.
yeah.
They doesn't need your money, guys. They just want love. Some Filipinos looking for a real love. So
Yeah.
that's the
And there's
reason
Filipinos,
they
and there's
created this.
Filipinos out there that are scared to date Filipinos
Mm-hmm.
because they
Yeah.
even Kay was like that.
Mm-hmm.
Kay, tell your story about you didn't date. Tell you gotta tell it fully. I want to.
No, we're not allowed to, of course, we gotta go back again. They know already. I'm not allowed to have a boyfriend after I finish college. I need to finish my study before I have a boyfriend, right? So
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
finish college and I start working, I was working because I need to help my family. I have sister study. So anyway, I'm afraid to date the Filipino that time because I was listening with Papa Jackson talking about this girl's calling to Papa Jackson, they're being cheated by a Filipino or something like that. So I said, oh my gosh, I'm scared. I'm scared to date a Filipino. But that time, nobody's courting me. And then I start dating online. I start dating online too. When I was in college, somebody's courting me, but I'm not allowed to, to date yet. So, but anyway, that's the reason why. But I know Filipino now. It's not all like that. It's just I'm listening to too much like Rafi Tulfo in action.
Mm-hmm.
Papa Jackson, when girls are complaining about their boyfriend, their husband. So that's the reason why I got scared before.
Mm-hmm. But no, and there's Philip, and see, for the most part, there's a lot of women. Like you see, a lot of girls are very timid, and I see them in the street. They're very timid and very to themselves and shy. There's so many shy Filipinas, y'all. And they're actually they're here and they're online too. So that's what I say to, like, it doesn't matter. Like, say for instance, if you guys want to go online and talk to someone, or you want to come here and talk to someone, it's all up to
Mm-hmm.
you. Don't look at me to tell you. Like, I'm not going to tell you, hey, just go find woman online. You want to come here and meet woman, come here and meet woman. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to say, oh, this is the Bible to, you can't date a Filipino online. No, it's not. No, it's not. Like, come on, people be talking like that. You be like, the hell are you talking about, bro? Like, don't tell nobody that. What happens if the guy, you mess around and miss the one, but guy may want to go online and he may actually meet the woman that's for him. As long as the guy doesn't get caught up in simping and, everything, oh, I need problems with this, and you throwing money at problems. Don't get caught up in throwing money at problems for women online, and you'll be fine. Because for the most part, women don't want your money online. Seriously, you know.
Thank you, exotic Filipina.
Don't heed the chose exotic like water off a duck's back. Yeah, no, we're gonna when we go out, get out that way, we're gonna check exotic Filipina too, because also check her out. She's doing interviews and stuff now, and
Mm-hmm. She's also interviewing Filipina guys, so you can check it
yeah,
out and you
yeah,
can see some other Filipina like she also represent how some videos where not all Filipino are scammer, not all Filipino wants your money.
yeah,
They just want love. Me when I
yeah,
was looking for love, it's really hard because you're gonna come up with a lot of guys telling you I love you right away when you
yeah.
first chat on you. I was like, you just talked to me just now and you're saying I love you. That's not real love. You don't say I love you to the person when you're first talking to the person. And there's also maniac. There's a lot of things online, but you really need to just enjoy talking, but you need to find someone that really like you think like, okay, this guy seems like he's not gonna play around, he's not gonna cheat on you. It's
Mm-hmm.
really hard. So it's still an option if you want to just visit the Philippines,
Yeah.
enjoy the beaches and the not the beaches, okay, the beaches, not the beach, the beaches.
Yeah,
Enjoy the beaches
Kate just
and
cursed.
maybe meet girls.
Hope y'all caught that. Like, Kate just cursed on the low. not,
No.
not the beaches. But no, yeah, you can come here for the beaches and the beaches. But no, that's the thing, guys. See, then the thing, I don't deter you
Oh,
guys.
maybe we can invite exotic Filipino to the live stream, or you want to invite
Yeah,
people in
yeah.
the live stream?
Actually, email me the blackfilipino@gmail.com, exotic Filipino, so I can invite you in and you can chat it up with us. So the blackfilipino@gmail.com, and I'll give you the link. But no, it's funny because, but no, guys. The thing is, I don't discriminate on nobody. Like the guys that just want to bang women, the sex pats. Like before in the Philippines, a couple of years ago, you had guys that were like called themselves like they were like the police in the Philippines, and it was crazy. And they patrolled everybody's channels, and you know, I mean, it kept guys honest though, but they
Mhm.
patrolled everybody's channels and trolled them, and guys couldn't do certain things. But for the most part, though, the Philippines is cool. Like the Philippines used to be fighting grounds. I know you guys, if any of you guys from the old school, when I first came, it was fighting grounds, and it was like every man for himself. And it was like if you weren't in the expat beef, you weren't making
Mhm.
videos. And I said I got to stay away from this because you guys are bugging out, and you're ruining your YouTube channels. And guys thought that was the cool thing to do, and it just wasn't. But yeah. What happened was, guys were patrolling channels and trolling channels, and I bumped into the trolls at first. And it's funny, a lot of those shows end up being cool. I guess when they got to know me and realized that I wasn't a sex pad, and a lot of these other guys, I was cool. But it's like I had to go through that in the Philippines. It's been a journey, boy. It's been a journey. When you can't just make videos, especially expat videos in the Philippines, and not go through the ringer, because these guys will bring you through the ringer, and then
Sonic said, mind if I want to join? Sonic, just email J, the Black Filipino, gmail.com, and I will send you the link.
yeah,
And no, I send you the link so you can join. Ronald Jefferson, I send you the link already on your
yeah,
email.
Ronald Jefferson, since Ronald Jefferson, okay. Yeah, Ronald, because no, Ronald's gonna be when we get the new channel started. We're gonna have Ronald on there. We're gonna talk about all trending topics.
Yeah, we'll be
And
back with that.
yeah, and Ronald, the reason why we're gonna use Ronald is because RJ knows how to speak without dead silence, and he knows when to be quiet and when to speak. See, guys, it's an art to doing live streams and doing shows. Like me and Kate know when not to cut each other off, and when Ronald's with us, he knows when to be quiet and when to talk. It's a skill to it. Sometimes you guys that come and they're just dead, or they slow talking, they're slow speaking, and they don't realize that kills the show. You know. So, but Ronald, RJ gets it. You do, man. You do. So that's why I want to work with RJ and get something going, because he got a sense of humor too. That's natural. Just like Kay has a natural sense of humor. I have a natural sense of humor. So when you pit people like that together, it's gonna make a good show. You know what I'm saying?
Jay, I'm gonna answer the question of Dave. Dave Carter, 876. K, do you think Filipino really into black guys? Jay is good because he blend in as a Filipino man. He only needs to speak Tagalog now. I will answer that. Yes, that's my answer, Dave. But it depends on the Filipina. But yes, because I have a friend. She actually wants to date black men, and she
Yes.
actually married now. They date online. They met online, and she's in the U.S. right now. She came first. I got married first, and then but she is in the US now,
Mm-hmm.
and she got married in the US. But anyway, yes, it depends on the person because me, I don't care if it's white, black, or Indian. I was dating Indian before,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter. Sometimes some Filipino just want to be treated right. They just want to be loved. They just want to be like not treat like a trash or something. Just love. So it doesn't matter what color you are. Some Filipino prefer white, but there's a lot of Filipino just prefer. I cannot speak to everybody. I'm sorry, but some Filipino just like to be, to be in love, to be treated right. That's
For the
true
most
to what.
part, let's
Yeah.
be honest. Filipinos prefer white men for the most part. They do. They do.
Yeah, but there is some Filipino just like it
Most
doesn't matter.
most
Hmm.
Filipinas prefer a Filipino. So K got to act
Hmm.
right. If K do me dirty, I kind of look Filipino. I blend right in, guys. I'm right for the tape. I'm joking. I'm joking. I blend right in. Doesn't matter what color as long as you have connections. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true. I have a friend that is engaged to a black man. But no, Filipinos, once they start to know how black men are, they do like black men at that point. You know,
And also it depends because
they like
some.
personalities. Yeah. What happened, kid?
Mhm.
Talk, talk.
No, no, so they just want to be like being treated like not a baby, but treat like a woman, like you know, just love. I think for me, it's like as long as you treat the girl right,
Yeah.
and you know how to court the girl during
Hmm.
the courtship
Hmm.
time. I think it depends on how you talk to the girl. It depends on your personality. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of Filipino. Of course, they like white. Some of them like white, but it's not all of them. Not all of
No,
us like white. Some people just like whoever you are. It's not about your colors. It's about
it's true.
you. It's about your personality.
It's personality. Yep. Because guys, I'll
Mhm.
tell you this. My father. I think he's fat now. He's in his 60s. He's fat. He got extra darker. Right. He he's
Mhm.
not. I think he's ugly now. I think he was handsome when he was younger, but now I think he's ugly. But when I was with him and I was in the store, and my pops, he gets that woman. He don't care. He just get him. Even if
Mhm.
he don't hit it, he just talk to him. He's just like that. That's where I get my attitude from and talking to women from him. And I remember I seen in the store where I was with him. My mom's was there. He's talking to this, and he bugged out because he don't care. And he's talking to this Dominican woman. She's like 19, 20, and she's like all excited that he's talking to her like that. He's talking to her like an animal, right? Like, girl, oh, every time I come in here, you always got that sexy dress with that booty out, right? My pop is crazy. And she's all like excited, right? So then I try to go get after that. She ain't want to have nothing to me, but she love my pops though. He ugly, black dude, right? But he had
Mhm.
that mouthpiece. He had the best, the strongest mouthpiece in the West. And she was all excited and giddy to have him talking to her like that. It's because it's the person. So when a woman meets you and you have a certain aura around you, they're gonna go for you.
Mhm.
I have girls in the Philippines calling me out every time I am in the mall of the street. Yeah. Well, Ismail, yeah, if you out here with a suit, bro, Ismail, he wear a suit everywhere. I see his in his profile pic. He always got a suit. I think he had another one before. I think he had a suit. I, I can see Ismail. No, Ismail's a businessman. I can see him out here with the business suit with the suit on.
Yeah, I know. Is that you, bro?
Yeah. But I like that Ismail and see because my thing is like I don't have a lot of people that are business minded, so I, I can't wait for Manila to open up because they do have like a lot of business events out here, and I want to start going to some of these business events and getting cool with people, getting cool with Filipinos actually because
Mhm.
I didn't do that before. I should have been doing that. So now when things open back up to that point, I can you know go to these business events and start making some friends because it's cool to know the Filipinos that are like making it happen here, and I'm gonna start rubbing shoulders with them.
Nobody's joining. Hi,
Son,
Sonic.
what's up?
Hey, how are you doing?
Good, good. What's going on, man?
So he said he want to share something about this topic.
Okay, okay.
Go ahead, Sonic. Pasok. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to say, um, wow, there's so much I want to say about that.
Mhm.
But I have my own experience when it comes to, excuse me, I have my own experience when it comes to dating and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
especially during my experience in China. Because before I went to China, I was
Mm-hmm.
told several times, Chinese women prefer white men, white this, white that, et cetera, et cetera. So when you hear something like that, it can be quite discouraging. It could, sort of play as a fear. It could make you
Mm-hmm.
think that you're not good enough, et cetera. But
Mhm.
in my case, I just walked around, I mind my own business, and suddenly I started getting a lot of attention. Who are you? Where are you from? Etc. People want to know about me. And as soon as I spoke Chinese, it made it even easier talk to people or meet girls and all of that. So for all the black guys here that are interested in dating, for example, Asian women or even Filipino, or even if it's like, Chinese, Japanese, etc., I wouldn't worry too much about that. Just, continue to be yourself, be your best self, be confident. Confidence is attractive. Never let the idea of, oh, because I'm black, then I'm at a disadvantage or something like that. Don't let that play as some sort of influence towards something that you want to do. Even my mother told me this. So just something I want to add, because I was listening to the top the whole time. But I just think that if I let that fear play into my overall influence as to how I, am able to talk to people, then I wouldn't have had as much success as I've had. So I just let all those ideas go. I mean, yeah, I'm black, so what? So what? Just do you, be you. I'm black, so does that mean that I can't, study Tagalog, or I can't date in the Philippines or date whoever I want? No, that doesn't mean that at all. You just have to go with your best, idea, which is being yourself, be confident, and just go out there and meet people. Not everybody's supposed to like you. Not everybody's supposed to do that. But
you said it right.
If you're confident enough to the point where no matter who goes up to you and or whoever you meet, and whether or not they like you, you still have that inner love, that still stays, and people will feel that, and they'll want to connect to you more. So when I travel, especially because I've been to China a couple times, I never let that play as an influence. Never. What the first thing that comes to my mind is, yes, I'm black. Okay, I can't change that. But there's a lot of other great things, and being black is awesome, by the way. But there are a lot of other great things about me as well. I taught myself how to speak Chinese fluently. I heard Jay is learning Tagalog. That is awesome, man. Like I said,
yet, man.
Yeah.
Maybe we will do on JNK soon. I will teach him like live.
I mean, just look at your success, Jay. I mean, you have a very beautiful wife, by the way. And one day that will be me. One day. I'm not in a hurry for it, but I have that inner confidence, and that last conversation we had, it really helped me to, as a reminder that, everyone has a chance to do something that they want to do. You started the Black Filipino TV channel because this is something you want to do. So my message is to everyone out there: if you're black, white, etc., if you want to do something, just do it. Just do it. Don't let these, because there's just so much media, and there's a lot of garbage, and there's a lot of good things as well. But if you let that crowd your mind, when there's someone who's really decent who wants to meet you and connect to you, you have all these ideas in your mind already. It's not going to be a very enjoyable experience. So you just have to empty your mind when it comes to that. And who knows, if you happen to meet that certain person, and things work out, let it be. Just let it flow smoothly. But that's how it's been for me, man. Because my first time, traveling to China, I was basically insulted. People would look at me, they say, "Oh, you're black, but you're not so black," and I was like, "What does that mean?" Like,
Praise somebody put in a comment.
So I want to do an interview with you. Like,
sure.
I want to talk about your experiences in China. Like, it'll be like on StreamYard, but it'll be organized. So email me to blackfilipino@gmail.com.
Yeah, man. Totally. Right. I'll tell you all about it. But I just saw everything that I talked about last time, just wanting to start my channel, man. A big reason for wanting to do that was because of you, because I kept watching your content. I was like, man, this guy's confident. I need to go out there and do it too. I want to start my own journey, and I just needed that extra push. Sometimes it's just good to have a male figure to look up to that can lead you in the right direction. Because I don't really have that many mentors, but I have enough confidence to be able to do something that I love, man. I love learning languages, which is why I spoke to Kay in Tagalog not too long ago. But yeah, man, like if you definitely, we could do that. We could definitely do an interview, something that I would love to talk about. Any questions you may have, whether it's about racism, etc., I'll tell you the truth about it from my perspective.
Okay.
Not going to sugarcoat anything. If there's ever anyone who is Black as well, who do want to travel to an Asian country, whether it's China, etc., don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Always be strong. You have to have a thick skin when going out there, because sometimes people will say things and you will be offended by some things they might say, but you cannot let that discourage you. Not everyone has the same mindset. Not everyone's on that ish, if you know what I mean. You're gonna meet a ton of great people, man. And you know, I have no doubts that if I were to go to the Philippines today, or anywhere for that matter, there would be some people who don't like me, and there's going to be a lot of people that will like me, and that's fine. That's totally fine.
More that will like you than more that don't like you, actually.
Yeah.
If don't think negative. You know, when you come here, just be positive all the time. Don't think like, oh, maybe this person will not like me. No, maybe that person will like you, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, because if someone doesn't like you, you have the choice to replace that person. And, you know, so.
and before we continue, Sonic, I just gotta get the theme music ready for the brother coming up now. That's what I said.
What's going on,
What's going on, man?
That's what the welcome back to America.
Hello, Sister K, Brother Jay. You know, when I grow up, I want to be just like Sonic. Hello.
I got these back from man.
You're learning Chinese, right?
I appreciate that, Professor. Yeah, I appreciate that, Professor. I will be covering how to do that in my channel. Like I said, a lot of great, exciting content coming to the channel. It's just, this is something that I've been heavily influenced to do by a lot of people, including Jay, which is why I had to stop in and just tell them, you know, but
forever.
Yeah. By the way, if anyone ever tells you that learning Chinese is difficult, just refer them to me, because I speak it fluently. Never had a teacher for it.
Is it not hard?
No, it's not. Everything that you have to learn, it's pretty straightforward after some time. I'll just leave that there. But again,
don't ruin my lessons for me.
Yeah, if you really want something, nothing's ever too difficult if you really want it.
I don't want to just walk it, man.
I'm in a stream right now. Could you come back?
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yo, let me mute for a second.
Jay, give me the number. I'm sending them over right now. You know
Guys,
from screen.
Somebody said, I want to see Sonic. If you want to see Sonic, wait for Jay's interview. So that's gonna be like, I want to watch that interview.
Yeah, that's gonna be the face reveal.
This is reveal, face reveal.
That's right.
I'll think about it.
Why not?
See your face.
Show your face.
We'll do the face reveal. We'll save that for the interview.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
You're gonna wear face mask and then like, yeah, this is my face in the face mask.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
Oh, that's the lady. Oh man, she's looking good, man.
That's my Jonah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, man. Yeah, she's pretty, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations, bro.
Without getting stabbed.
Yeah, man. Like, there's just so much that I want to know about the Philippines, just Filipino people in general. Very curious. I'm very, very, very familiar with Chinese people. But Filipino people, I'm very, very curious about them. I want to know what are some popular things going on in the Philippines, some things that I should be aware about before coming over there. When can I come over there? Because, you know, I'm in America right now. So, yeah.
Very curious. Chinese, though, because I got two partners back in the day. This had to have been 2008, 2009. And they went over to China to get a couple of girls, and they was bringing the girls back. One brother got married. The other brother couldn't match up to the Chinese financial obligation. They was on.
At Villa Sis How do you say that? Villasis Bacag?
Villas is Bacog, yeah. Villas is
Villasis
Bacog.
Bacag. 是的，我会说中文。
Oh my gosh, she's giving us those. We're not ready yet, Tonic. We're not ready to go.
I just peed a little.
Give me a.
Tonic, is it Mandarin that you know? Guys, please don't talk to us like that. We're not ready.
Yeah, my mother, she's spilling my potato chips. Okay.
Is it
Yeah.
Mandarin or what is it that you know?
Yeah, I speak Mandarin. I can also speak Cantonese. I also speak Japanese. Right now I'm learning Tagalog, thanks to Kay, and yeah, and Spanish as well. You know, just whatever we can learn, just do it. You know.
Yeah.
I tried them all. Trust me.
You know, it's funny. Ever since Sonic, ever since I've stopped drinking, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I have this deeper focus ever since I stopped drinking and smoking cigarettes. I have this deeper focus to want to do more. You understand? Like now I'm so motivated, and that's what's gonna make it easier for me to start learning Tagalog. I just have to put the lessons together. I'm gonna have Kay prepare a lesson plan. I have a Tagalog dictionary as well, but that won't help me. I'm also gonna start looking at YouTube videos of people teaching people Tagalog.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna start going out in the street and speaking it too. And I'll make it fun and also make some YouTube videos of them out there speaking to people in Tagalog. So that's gonna be crazy. You guys gonna see me like struggling at first, and I think it'd be cool. So that's
Yeah, man, I would love to see that.
Yeah,
And
you
if
know.
you call Panay forever, Panay, one more time, I'm gonna get cold.
Yeah, no. It's Panay, right? Panay.
No,
Oh, it's Panay.
it's Panay forever. She's still.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Soy say, please show your face. Thanks po. Soy Cortez is one of my subscribers. Not yet, Soy. Wait for the interview so you guys will watch the video. How about that?
Yeah, I'll do it for the interview.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
gonna require a super chat. You just can't get it for free.
Yeah, Michael B said, San Luis, that's exactly what I heard too. They don't like black men, but also found out it's not the locals, it's other Americans who don't want you over there. That could be true.
I want to add to that. Some of them might not like you, but people are not static. People are not static. You know, people do not have a one-track mind where they're one way and then they stay that way forever. It's not like that at all. People can change. You know, and I'm willing to give people a chance, because before I met like some people over in China, I was told several times, you might want to rethink going to China. It might be a bad idea to go because people are going to treat you differently. You know, you're not going to receive that privilege, et cetera, et cetera. And when you're told all of that, it can be very discouraging. But guess what? I went to China at the age of 18 by myself. And I experienced things that completely blew my mind, you know, and they were very positive things. People buying me food, you know, even if I could just speak one word of Chinese, you know, they automatically assume like, wow, you know, you're amazing just for wanting to learn our language, you know. And at that time, that's when I kind of got drunk for the first time, but that's another story.
You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. There's a different character type.
Open-minded.
Oh, no, not open-minded. He's not an alpha or a beta. He's a sigma male. Remember I've been looking at lately, Kay?
Sigma.
And what sigma male tend to do is they're aggressive like alphas, but they tend to be like, say they tend to work on things and get things accomplished, and they're used to being on the outskirts by themselves. They're lone wolves. They can be in a crowd, but they don't have to be in a crowd. They can be a leader, or they can play back and be a follower, and they'll be a follower to get the job complete. And that may be.
I don't think so. Sorry, I don't think so. Okay? I'm joking.
And what happens is, you know, like for instance, the sigma male is more louder and more aggressive. Not louder and more aggressive. They're more quiet and more to themselves, but they still can be loud and aggressive. They still can be a loud leader and vocal leader, but they tend to be a lone wolf, to tend to do things that other people won't do. And that may be your character type. I think it's mine as well. When I started looking at it, I started looking at videos. I look at these things. Yeah, and I look at videos.
Spot on, Jay. Because for the longest, man, like I had been struggling when I first started with Japanese, for example, I was struggling a lot because, I was watching like YouTube videos and, people just telling you, hey, you should do it this way or find a teacher. There's no way that you can learn this by yourself. It takes years and years. 3 months later, 日本語ができましたから、まだ難しいですね。いつもテレビで I could just keep going and going. I'm like Sonic, literally like Sonic the Hedgehog, just running, bro. Like I don't stop. So that's why I'm Sonic Lucas, man. Like
okay, I got you. I see now. I see you selling
I figured it out, bro.
Hey, selling it. He's selling it. That's how you gotta do, man. Yeah, sell yourself, man.
Yeah.
If you want to learn Chinese, visit Sonic channel. You're gonna create that very soon, right? Create a video about it.
But most importantly, I just wanted to show other people that they could do it too. It's just not just a one person party. I mean, like, sure, I'm Sonic, just like you're, the Black Filipino, but it's for the people. You know what I mean? So, I keep that in mind. Just to stay humble, regardless of whatever abilities I have. So,
Exactly.
I want the best for people, man, especially during this quarantine time. Like, yeah.
Jay, you know what this reminds me of?
What's that?
We got a Chinese speaking Mr.
Oh, really?
What does that mean?
Oh, what do you mean? He can speak Chinese too?
Mr. is.
And okay, check my email. The exotic Filipino. Because everybody's requesting her. Did she email me yet?
All right. Exotic Filipina.
Yeah,
And also
me.
Simply Rocco. I also send him the link for Simply Rocco. Exotic Filipina doesn't email me yet, but if you can join us, Exotic Filipina, just send me an email on theblackfilipino@gmail.com. I'll send you the link and you can join. And I just want to share, guys, because Sonic is talking about learning the language in other country. I was experiencing that when I was in Thailand. I learned Thai language, and it really amazed the people if you speak a little bit of their language. So like, wow, you're so good. I was like, that's only sawadika. And yeah, you're so good. That's only good morning. And they're like really amazed on you. So that's one thing to get the heart of Filipina. If you want to date a Filipina and you're coming to the Philippines, speak the language too. If you wanna just say good morning, magandang umaga, they're gonna, wow, you're so good already. That's how you're gonna get the heart of the Filipina as well. The language.
Yeah, what I found is a lot of people, especially when you speak their language, they remember who you were. Even if they don't remember your name exactly, like if it's been a while, they still remember, oh, that's that guy that is learning our language, and that's a really good feeling, because when you learn their language, they have more of a reason to want to trust you. You know what I mean? So yeah, like with Chinese, I can't even begin to tell you guys the experience that I've had, getting free food, people like just wanting to know more about me. I've had dates here and there, but it just feels good to be able to connect to people who are completely different from me and be able to say, hey, we're the same. Even if you're Chinese and I'm Black, we're still the same. The only thing that separates us is our appearance, culture, and a language. But if I learn,
Sonic, say something to the interview.
Say something and what?
Say something. Save something for the interview.
Save something for. Oh, yeah.
Save something for what? I didn't hear.
Say something for the interview.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking too much.
yeah. Save it for the interview because I want to show that because I want to get your experience, and I definitely want to. I want to dig deep too. I'm going to dig deep, so I'm going to have to
like Sonic when I grow up.
Yeah. But how old are you now, Sonic? I want to know, how old are you now?
27 going on 28.
Snapple.
You're a trailblazer, man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, you're a trailblazer, man. And
don't stop.
Still learning video editing. He's kicking my tail right now, but hey, I'm going for it.
Yeah. No, you're a trailblazer.
That guy trying to get in the bathroom. Well, you're not in
and what happened is you figured out your destiny and what you're destined to do at a young age. And a lot of young fellas don't do that. I didn't know what in the hell I wanted to do when I was younger. But I got older and I hit my mid-30s, 34, and I said I want to jump up and go to the Philippines. But you're getting started way earlier than I even did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, blazing past. So, shouts out to you, man, for taking a chance and taking risk and not being scared to be different. You understand? Because that's exactly. And look it up, Sonic. You're a Sigma male, and look that up. And I think you should look up some videos on it. And I am as well. I thought I was an alpha, but I'm not. I'm a Sigma because I don't have to be the leader and everything. I'm willing to be a follower. I'm willing to listen to people. You know,
that's exactly what I do.
Exactly. So
all the
yeah.
time.
Yep. But then still, you know, sometimes you are the leader in certain situations. You probably go through that, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Even though you're around people and you're listening and you're paying attention, but you're a planner. And then you go plan things on your own, and you usually find yourself being the smartest person in the room. I have that problem as well. You know, I've always had that problem. And that's the problem that I'm sure you have already. And you find that it's hard to even make friends sometimes because, you know, how you are. And don't stop it. Keep being like that, man, because actually going to have, you don't need friends, you need family, you know?
Yeah.
And what happens is your family starts to become your friends, you know?
Yeah.
Like, to be a day, me and RJ do a show together, he'll start to be like family. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The show was stopped because Jay got stroke, so we're gonna plan that again.
I'll stop RJ. But
Yeah,
we got
we're still doing it, RJ. You cannot run away from us.
Yeah, you ain't getting away, bro. I ain't letting you get away, man. You got work to do. You got some
Wakanda forever. I ain't going nowhere.
But yeah, we got another brother on. He looks like he's ready for a podcast right now.
I know.
Podcast, last show started. I will bring him on my show as well. And I'm looking to jump on his show pretty soon. Make sure you join his channel. It's Simply Rocco.
We're rocking.
Hey, how's it going, Rocco?
Like a DJ right there.
I you know what? I almost didn't make it. I didn't know that Kay actually sent me the link.
Yeah.
I had to reformat my computer and everything. I think I got hacked.
Oh,
so
wow.
I had to wipe everything out of this laptop and then my TV went out, which was also my monitor. So I was like, oh man, I was out of commission for like the whole weekends. Couldn't stream anywhere, couldn't do anything. But I got another monitor. I got the computer back up and running. So I'm talking to you guys now. So Jay, I'm looking at Tuesday night, my time.
Okay.
Wednesday time, your morning. Because that's when I do talk show Tuesdays on my channel, on my YouTube and Facebook.
Okay, what time?
Whatever's good for you. Like if you want to do it like
I can do. I'm up early, so I can do like 8 or 9. It's good for me.
8 or 9, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's prime time.
About 9.
Yeah, because then all the Filipinos are actually kind of waking up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, kind of waking up. They can actually watch on Facebook.
Yeah, no, I'll be up, man. I'll be up. So it's gonna be on Facebook.
I'll do it on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah. Also, I'll promote the show in my community. I'll promote it.
Yeah, definitely, man.
I'm gonna be on the show. So what are we gonna talk about? What are you gonna talk about?
I don't know. She sent me the link. I'm like, I didn't even realize she sent it to me.
I don't know. You talked about your interview.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I saw a couple of things like you were talking about with the expats and the sexpats and people thinking that we're all going out there just to get laid, and we're a lot of it's not true. Like even my own family thought that too. My own sister thought that like I just go out there just to get some ass. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm there for.
Yeah.
You know, and of course my ex-wife thinks that.
Yeah.
She calls my the whole situation like a 90-day fiance thing.
Like,
but like what she says really matters, right?
Yeah.
So so yeah, that's and I wanted to talk to you like how you started going over there, what made you go out there and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's going to be like a really good. You can interview me too on how my interesting first time was with that person who is now my ex. You know, I told you kind of about that situation. So.
Oh yeah, no, I love to get those stories, man, because also I want to get it happens on both sides. I also want to get Filipinas who may have had situations like with a foreigner. Because not all foreigners are good, you know. Filipinos get done dirty by foreigners, so I want to get those stories too.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes foreigners come out here and they got one Filipino. They do the same thing Filipinos do, and Filipinos have to go through that. So anybody out there, if there's any Filipinos out there that went through foreigner players, you know, you got to be careful too.
Yeah,
I'm trying to share your stream right now too on my pages, so more people are aware.
Like, and that happened too. Like the last girl I spoke with in the interview. She actually is the oldest sister.
Yeah. You're the Facebook stream was.
Oh, he's on the Facebook stream.
Yeah. I'm trying to share it with everybody, so you guys can get more into that Facebook audience too.
Yeah. And I definitely have to break. I have to break in there. I'm even start promoting the show on the Facebook stream and promoting it before I go.
Yeah, because you can get monetized on both. I think.
I know you can. You have to have 10,000 likes.
followers.
10,000 followers.
Yeah. So everybody, make sure to go follow my Facebook. Also, I do separate. Rocco knows I do separate streams there where I'm just talking. And you know, you guys getting the like me all the way. You get me here, but you get me there too. And it's different because I'm usually in raw element. Like I don't even have a topic. I just get on the treadmill and start talking about whatever. Yeah. And we just come up with something right there. I do that all the time. I don't like planning things out usually. I love planning things. I don't think I'm irresponsible. I always plan, but I don't usually when it comes to live streams, I like it being I'm laughing at, but it's real though. When it comes to the live stream, I like just doing them, you know, and I don't like planning it out.
Yeah, no.
It usually makes the best when the person. It's like comedy, you know. Sometimes comedy is best when it's off the rip, you know.
Yeah, like I'm just starting to do like the whole interview stuff like that because originally my YouTube channel was just basically my game streams. I upload them on there, and I was like, you know, it's not really interesting, you know. So I figured I just like. I got rid of all the game streams, put them on a new channel called Simply Rocco Later. I'll just upload them there. People want to watch it there. They want to watch it, whatever. But the main thing here on my channel, like what I want to do is stuff like the interviews, vlogging. When I go back to the Philippines, do some massive vlogging there. Yeah, man. I just want to honestly. I just want to go back there and just. I miss it. I miss it. It's been too long. I was supposed to get married last year. And we couldn't do it because, you know, the coof. That's the way it is.
Yeah,
that's just the way it is.
I miss the Philippines too because I'm stuck in Manila. So, like,
yeah. You're in the worst part.
I'm here. I can't go nowhere. I miss the Philippines too. Seriously, I'm not in the Philippines. I feel like that, right, Gary?
Yeah, we're not in the Philippines right now, guys. We're in Manila only.
Yeah, like, and it closed. Everything closed at 6 right now with this quarantine. With this
no, actually it's changed now, Jay. It's 8 p.m.
I was talking to my admin. My admin said, it's really hard to get around, and my admin, she lives out there, and she helps with my channel and everything. And it's not easy for them at all. It's not easy for you guys at all. It really isn't.
It's not, and you know, but we getting through though. I think that's why I've been going so crazy on making the videos. I'm making so many videos because it's like, man, I got nothing but time. I got nothing but time to think about what I'm going to say, you know, and I just say I'd spin it off of the video I did yesterday. So say I make a video yesterday, and I say, okay, let me spin this, or I'll see something that's happening and say, okay, let me spin this. But it's not hard to actually make videos every day, and actually that's the way that you're going to keep people watching you, you know. Because if I don't make videos consistently, you guys can be like, oh man, what's Jay doing? Like I went a whole month without making videos. Yeah. And I made another video. I made a video again, and then like 5,000 people watched it because I took so much time away. But now, you know, I gotta keep going and be consistent because you guys want to know, because the Philippines is gonna open. And I say this. As soon as the Philippines open, you need to go right away because they do that. Like say the Philippines with GCQ, and then they moved it all the way back to MCQ, which is beginner stages.
Yeah,
you're on MCQ now, right?
Huh?
Y'all moved to MCQ already, right?
Yeah. Was it MECQ? MECQ, Modified Enhanced Community Quarantine.
Right. Jay,
And,
I'm making a suggestion.
What happened?
The fact that this gang of people, this black wave is coming, this brown wave and the white wave is coming to the Philippines.
Yeah.
The gang of us feeling like I'm not really motivated now because of the lack of accessibility. So in the meantime, could you make some kinds of videos of side stuff, not about getting there, not about doing stuff. There's some other thing that'll draw the interest back. Can you find something like that?
You mean something that'll draw the interest back
into the Philippines because people are getting pulled away?
Oh yeah, I got that coming.
You can't get there and they losing interest because they hopes is dashed. Do I get the stab?
Yeah. No, I got that coming, and I know exactly what's needed. I know exactly what's needed, and that's exactly what we have planned. And Kay, you know what I'm talking about, right, Kay?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're gonna feel
Bring me in, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, bring me in. Yeah, Holmes, what's up?
It's gonna be acting. Me and Kay can do more acting. And some situations happening here. Yeah.
So you mean like one of those videos that you did, and you take off your sunglasses, looking at a pretty girl, and Kay goes, "What are you looking at? Why are you looking at her? Why are you looking at her? I'm pretty. Why are you looking at her?"
I'm gonna start getting other girls to participate, family members. I'm gonna start making experience like situations here for you guys, so you're like, oh wow, you get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say you need to do something.
Yeah, we gonna blow it out, and nobody's doing that. And even if somebody hears what I'm saying right now, they're not gonna do it like we're gonna do it.
Right, because everybody's thirsty. We all coming.
Yeah,
we feeling kind of how we gonna get there. We need something to keep us wanting to come.
I know, and that's what you guys need. You guys need to see things. And I know, Ron, RJ, I'm working, man. I'm working. That's already in the plans. It's funny, like I don't know if you noticed in my last video, one of my last videos, I said, guys, I got some new things coming, and I think you guys are gonna like it. The channel's about to switch around. You made me expose it early. It would have been a better surprise, but I don't mind. I don't mind telling it to y'all because y'all are like on the inside. People that are on my live stream, y'all are on the inside. But I got to do it. I got to do it because it's needed. It's needed. And when you look at the expat space, it's all the same stuff. It's all the same stuff. Everybody making the same videos. People copy my style or they'll copy somebody else's style. It's like it's back and forth. And it's a lot of the same. It's like it's ridiculous. So they need something to break up the monotony of the video, and to make it more interesting to the viewer. It's needed. It's long overdue in the space. When somebody needs to bring an extra flavor to it. And I want to be the one to bring that flavor.
Don't talk about that. People need to watch it, guys. You need to watch it.
They're gonna be waiting. They're gonna be waiting, and we're gonna deliver. We're gonna deliver. But no, Rocco, it's gonna be more things like that. Like when Kay smacked me, and
that was one of the funniest things ever, man. I lost my. We're
gonna bring people gonna be like, yo, it's gonna be things like that in there because I could take a hit in the punch. I may even do something with Filipino punching me in the face.
That actually reminded me of my fiance because she's like, "Am I not enough? Am I not enough?" Like, why are you talking to girls? Why? And I talk to other streamers, right? But not in a professional way because I know a lot of streamers out in the Philippines, and a lot of them are women, and there's men out there too. But I talk to them in a professional way, and why are you talking to her? Why, like, am I not enough? And I'm like, I'm not looking for side stuff or nothing like that. And now she understands, but in the beginning she couldn't get it because that was another thing I wanted to talk about. Like you were talking about how like women are like they don't know about a lot of stuff because she's from the province.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
she didn't know a lot about a lot of stuff. So there was a lot of stuff I had to teach her about, just about basic stuff in life, because
Yeah.
she couldn't understand why people treat her bad at work, and I had to explain to her, listen, people in your job are coworkers. There's a difference between coworkers and friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she's seeing them as, oh, they're my friend. No, no, that's not how it works. I don't care what country you're in. I learned that the hard way too. Like, everybody's naive in the beginning.
Yeah.
And she's a teacher, so it's like, yeah.
Good night, Carl. Good night, man.
So
Good night,
that's just one thing.
Yeah, no, it's true, and that's the thing, and I don't mind talking with you about stuff like that too, Rocco. Like when we speak, and I don't mind even being a small part of what you're doing right now with your podcast. Sometimes, coming on and just chopping it up with you, like, are you gonna do it every day?
No, I'm like most days I'm gonna be doing the game streaming, but I'm like on Tuesdays I want to do something like Talk Show Tuesday, to change it up a bit, put that on YouTube, put that on Facebook, get my Facebook page going for something different, because originally I was all about the game stream and everything, but it's just like died down. It's getting old. It's getting stale. I still want to do it, and I'm gonna get paid for doing some of it, but I want to do different things. I want to do vlogging. I want to show people, like, going to the Philippines especially is not about being a sexpat. Like people think. People think, oh, you're going to Asia to get some, and that's it. That's not what it's all about. I mean, in many cases, it is for a lot of guys, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it gives, like, good guys like myself a bad name.
Yeah.
It really does. And I don't know how to respond to it, because you know what? That's just a stereotype that's been established by so many people here in the States.
Well,
and that's the truth.
It's crazy. You got to blaze. Like, that's why I respect Sonic. You got to hear those things and just go. And that's why I'm happy you hear Sonic, because you're a young brother. You're very young, and you following that trail now. And I don't mean brother by black. I mean brother by, it doesn't matter if you're white. Because you're here, you're my brother. You feel me? And you're young and you're doing what you need to do, and you don't care what no one says, and that's how you have to be. And same thing with you, and you see that too, Simply Rocco. I know RJ. RJ don't care what nobody says, but no, you got to be like that in life, and you got to blaze your own path, and that's what led me here. My people said, "Oh, it's dangerous there." Everybody kept telling me things like that, and I didn't care. I said, "I'm gonna go because I'm gonna go."
Yeah, I heard the same.
Yeah, it's like a loud voice, when you read those comments online, or if you visit forums and you're trying to find out information, and everyone's saying the same thing, but in reality, when you meet people, it's different than what you've seen or what you've heard. Yeah. So that has to tell you, like, okay, well, not everybody's the same. So that must mean I must have a very big chance. I wouldn't care if someone said, oh, well, there's only a certain percentage of people that would like you or would be interested in talking to you, all because of this reason. Hey, that's more than enough people for me, right? Because it's about my experience. It's not a black thing or a white thing. It's about a personal experience, enjoying life for yourself. And when you think like that, man, nothing can really stop you. So, I moved to the beat of my own drum, and I believe that's what we should all do.
And that's what we should do, anyways. Yeah.
I'm not here to get quantitative responses. No.
Exactly.
I'm here for me.
Exactly. And it's funny because you see it, like, I went through so many, like, we get some comments sometimes in your videos and the person just bashing you, and you just got to move on. And like sometimes Kay will see my comments and she be bothered. I'm like, babe, it doesn't bother me. And she's right, Kay, be honest, right, Kay?
Yeah. Kay, it shouldn't bother anybody, because you know what? Yeah, you're still making that YouTube money, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Their comments still help you.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's some bad comments on my channel. I said, no, I don't like to reply to you. I just gonna delete you and block you. Don't come to my channel. I spend a lot of hours to edit my vlog, and you're just gonna come and bash me like that. So I said, no, I don't need you. Block and delete. I don't.
Problem
There's
Kay
always
had,
a couple of bad grapes in the bunch. So
yeah. But the problem Kay had is people will steal her thumbnails. They'll actually steal her thumbnails.
Yeah,
And
somebody stole my thumbnails to
so
get
what happens is Kay seen a drop in views, and the person that was stealing her thumbnails and her style of the way she does her videos seen an increase in views. It happens
She
on your.
screenshot my thumbnail. I said it's okay if you copy everything. Just don't copy my. She screenshot my thumbnail and she put it in her thumbnail. It's okay if you copy the same thing. Just don't screenshot my thumbnail. But it's fine. I didn't, I didn't say anything about it. But just in my video, this is shopping video, and your comment is outside my video. It's not even related to what I'm showing. So I said no. Sometimes I want to reply because when you wake up in the morning and then when you check your comments and they're saying this already, you're like, I just woke up, and you get, and then I just delete. I have a good day, block. Don't come to my channel no more. I just do like that. I just
And
don't care no more.
thanks for coming, Didi Prepper. It's a great stream as always. Thanks. Have a good one, man. But yeah, this water's running right through me. I gotta use the bathroom.
I want to ask Sonic a question.
Yeah.
So, you being a black person going to China, I know there's a lot of racism in China towards black people.
Yeah.
Did you deal a lot with that there, or I know you said you were just walking around and people were interested, whatever. And I know before maybe it wasn't as bad. I'm hearing a lot more now than before, especially like when companies are actually kind of bending the knee to that. Like with the Star Wars poster, the black actor that was in Star Wars, they made him shrunk down for the Chinese audience, stuff like that. Did you experience anything over there to make you feel like there was more racism towards you, or?
Oh, absolutely. When I first arrived there, people, I actually met someone that said I've never met a real life like human monkey before. I've actually been told that, and despite someone saying that to me, I just continue to stay positive. I've had people, when they saw me walking behind them, just walk really fast, just to kind of get away from me and stuff like that. But that's just a few of many great experiences that I've had, So I tend to overlook those negative things and I focus on the positive things. I've even been called the N-word in Chinese. Yeah, I've had it. I've been denied jobs because of me being black. I mean, there's a lot of things that I've gone through, but it does not overshadow the positive experiences that I've had.
Right.
One of those positive experiences, which I kind of wanted to save for the interview, but I'll go ahead and say it now, is I actually, there was a job offer that I had, it was for like 18K in Chinese money, 18K a month. But because of them really liking what I was doing, they ended up giving me more than that. They gave me more than that. So they gave me a bonus for my overall salary. That was when I was working over there. So, it just shows you that not every experience has to be bad. There's a lot of good you can get out of there too. China can be a wonderful place. It's all about the way that you think about it, as well as what you spend your time around. If you spend your time around negativity, your overall perception will be negative. But if you focus on the positive things and you let that grow in your mind, and you continue to meet people and discard the people that don't really want anything to do with you, right? Then your experience is going to be overall positive. People ask me all the time, why do you learn Chinese? I learn it for every reason. Every reason. I want to experience China. I want to know China, right? Just the same thing with why do I learn Tagalog? Because I want to know the Philippines. I want to know everything that I can know, whether it's positive or negative. Only got one life to live. I'm not going to let being black stop me from doing that. Live life for the fullest, man. So
definitely not.
So for any person who's black who wants to travel to China or Japan or whatever, do it. my best advice would be, of course, learn the language. And if someone says, because I saw in the comments, someone mentioned that, you know, there's people that may say bad things about Black people to the locals, give them a different impression. You might not be able to give everyone an impression, a different impression at the same time, but you just like, you never know how much it could affect just telling one person or showing one person how good you are, how much that could affect all the other people that they know, right? So you can change that perception based on just meeting one person and giving them a different idea. Because let's say, for example, they think, oh, you know, Black people are a certain way, but you show them something different. Now they can spread the word about you, and then those people who might have those ideas might change the way they think about Black people too. So don't let that stop you. There's always opportunity. You know, ignore the negativity, and if you can't ignore it, just find a way to navigate around it. But don't let that stop you from doing something you really want to do. I want to travel to the Philippines. I still want to travel to other places as well, and I'm just going to do that, and that's that. You know, screw the negativity.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, man, and that's what it's about. Definitely, when you put out a negative, and you have a negative aura, like people can feel your aura. Like nobody wants to be around a negative person, you know. And when you carry yourself in a negative way, like say when things happen to you, you start to carry yourself in a negative way, and you feel like everything is bad is going to happen. You did things continue to go wrong. You go because you're always looking for what's going to go wrong. And like you said, not Sonic, you have to look for what's right and keep your mind focused on those things, because then that'll carry out in the way that you present yourself, and you won't even notice it. Yeah, you just carry yourself in you'll be a happy person. People can feel it, you know.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the militant in the room. It's the Chinese government too that's showing them all of this Black negative stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But as long as there's an opportunity to meet people and give them a different impression, it doesn't matter what the government throws. You know, people are going to know the truth one way or another. Yeah. And another thing why I know this is true is because I actually knew this guy. He was a friend of mine, and one day we were it was me and it was him and it was a couple of girls, and we were all just chatting, and he was like really down, and I was like, "What's wrong with you?" He's like, "Oh, I don't understand why Chinese people are so racist to me," and he just kept complaining about it over and over again. And there was this one girl that was really interested in him and wanted to talk to him, and she was Chinese. And I'm like, dude, get your mind off of this negative stuff and talk to this girl. She's showing you interest. She wants to know about you. Show her your best self. Like, stop worrying about all this negative stuff. You can't change people.
Yeah.
You can't do anything
you
about
can please anyone. You can please anyone, but you can please some people.
Yeah. Like you have this opportunity to, and the girl was beautiful, but because of him being so negative, she was like slowly losing interest. And I'm like, would you wake up, man? Snap out of it. You know, like you have an opportunity. You're complaining about racism, but here's a girl that wants to talk to you, wants to know you. So
get on that. Yeah.
Wouldn't be me.
Yeah. So guys, let's answer this question.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer a
go ahead.
You know, say it.
Question for you guys, if you can answer. Is it better to buy a home in a province or rent in the province, or live in a city like Cebu or Davao, or a coastal city in northern Manila?
Well, I'll tell you, I have an answer for that, and I'll tell you why. Do not live nowhere near Manila. It's locked down right now. That's why I would. Like, come on, Manila is where the COVID is at, man. And also,
right there with the money, it's expensive.
It's expensive too. But Manila is the most expensive place. It's the most expensive area to live in. Sometimes, but no, it still is no matter what. It's not expensive for me anymore, but it's expensive. And also the COVID. That's my biggest thing. The lockdowns. Okay, the lockdowns only happening in Manila. The rest of the Philippines is open, so COVID is going to be with us for a long time.
But just answer the question.
I think it's better. I'm answering the question. I think it's better to live in Cebu. So you said like Cebu or Davao. Cebu would be the best place to live. You're going to find a lot of people that speak English. People are very familiar with Americans and people from other cultures there. You'll blend right in Cebu. and there's tons of expats there too that you can visit. I'm not sure if you like them.
I'd love the answer after you're done, though.
Yeah, I'll let you talk, but because out here, expats, a lot of times you get together with expats and it's different, the attitudes are different. You don't have that's just me, but anyway, you still can find friends out here. In Cebu, you'll find people that live there that are expats. But yeah, I think that would be a better choice. Cebu. Yeah, you can answer.
I don't know. Anybody else have an answer to that, or before I say anything?
No, you got Rocco.
So like, I've been there 4 times, and I've been to the last 3 times I've been to Cebu, and so since my girl lives in the province area, it all depends on how advanced the province is. The further away you are from a city,
yeah, you move too far. Yep.
You're gonna have problems with a couple of things. Healthcare. Like if you're an older guy and you have conditions, the further you are from the cities, you might have a little bit more problem with the hospitals and stuff like that. As far as rents are dirt cheap in the province. I know that. I mean, my girl wrote us a room for like, what is it, $2,500 a month, like $50 a month, which I think is kind of overpriced for what she's getting. But
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, you can actually get even in Cavite. I've seen other YouTubers Cavite.
Yeah.
I see a YouTuber. He's got his apartment for like 60, 70 a month, and $100 a month you can get a really good apartment.
You know what's funny? Out here in the Philippines in general, I didn't mean to cut you off. When I first came here, I lived in a place. I paid only $140 a month in Manila, but you can find cheaper places, everywhere. But in Manila, for $140, I had mice and I had roaches this big.
Yeah.
The water roaches. Yeah.
I think it all depends. I think for Jeff, he's got to really do his research on where he wants to go.
Yeah, exactly.
I just had to do my research just for visiting. You know what I mean? Just for and just for all the planning out that I'm doing, because like I said, my 10 years, when that's up, that I'm going there to live. But my thing is, it's like, where am I going to live? How healthy I'm going to be? What kind of insurance I'm going to be getting? I'm looking at all of that now. I'm researching that now. I'm looking into like other expats YouTube channels, what they're doing, what the kind of budgets they are, and you gotta be realistic. Even though you got all these expats saying, "Oh no, you can live for like $800 a month, $1,000 a month." You could, but you get sick, you go to a hospital, emergency, you're screwed. You need to have enough savings to know that you're going to be covered by anything like a medical emergency, stuff like that, because it's just not the same over there like it is here in the States. So that
as an OG, I'm 62. I'll be 63 in a month. You may not be as old as me, but wherever my girl wants to be, she's in the province right now. I got good chatter. I can go anywhere. I can do $60K if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But it says where she want to be. So she's down in Cavite in Alfonso. I've seen the place. I've seen the street. Dead quiet. Rarely any motorcycles, dust. It's a farm area mostly, but they got big houses and you can build your own big house and do all you want out there. So if you want a quiet neighborhood, I'd go to a quiet province. Where they lock down karaoke at 10. Not a lot of roosters, not a lot of dogs, quiet. So that's why I'm gonna be. So don't know where I'm at.
There's some noise in the background.
I know it's somebody's home, but see the thing, Julian Brown. I want to answer Julian Brown's question. He said, "How is the Wi-Fi service to go?" And so I wanted to say before I do that, I forgot, Jeff. Did we answer your question? Jeff, let us know, Jeff, if you have any conditions, anything like that, any medicines you're taking, because the question you just asked, it depends. It all depends on those factors too, and that's why Simply Rocco was right when he stated, it depends on what you need in your life. It depends how old you are. It depends on what conditions you have. Because if you have serious conditions, you may need to live in Manila. It may be expensive and be in lockdowns because you're going to find the best hospitals. A lot of times, Manila and the city of Cebu, you may need to be in the city. So it depends. You still can come here, but if you're old and sick, you need to be in the city. If you are old but healthy, province,
or at
or
least
both.
outside the city.
Outside the city or both, yeah. Because me, I'm looking to be myself. I'm looking to be outside of the city, but still be able. I still want to go to the city because what's happening is I'm going to need very high speed internet service myself. I'm ready to get rich and buy a tower out here and have my own tower for real. The internet service so bad in the Philippines. I'm trying to find out, who's rich in certain areas and get together with them and put down on the tower when I get to a certain level. Because the internet's so bad here. Like the Philippines has the worst internet service out of all of Southeast Asia.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst.
As we might find out now.
Uh-huh.
Because I asked, is it possible my fiance can come on?
Oh, you want to bring you can bring her on? Yeah.
I can bring her on. So okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
I just want to decide. You can get.
You said she looks like her. Let's see.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Julian, if you need Wi-Fi for like, Wi-Fi is not going to be like that good here in the Philippines. In Cebu, you may find it to be better in the city area. I haven't been to Cebu yet, and that's one of the first places I'm going to go. I can't wait to go.
Let's ask Exotic Pinay. She's in Cebu right now. So maybe if Exotic Pinay is still here, let us know if the internet is good.
No, I seen her one day on a motorcycle. I seen Exotic Pinay on a motorcycle live stream, and she was live for like an hour on a motorcycle. I was like, what kind of movie, action movie she's doing on the live stream? And it was actually, she was getting good shots. I was like, so I guess it's decent. I guess that right there is decent in Cebu. Because you can't do that in Manila.
He said, I have an online business and do stock market trading. So if you do that, you need to be living in the city if you want to visit or live in the Philippines, Julian.
Yeah, you want to be in Cebu, you want to be in Manila. You can't be on the outskirts because the service, like for instance, me and Kay, we have Converge. We have Converge ICT. Our speed is, they moved up to like 150 or 150, right, Kay?
Yeah, they actually asked me if I want to do it for 200, but I need to like sign up and do some other stuff. 200 Mbps, guys. Jay is directly connected. I don't know what happened earlier, but it's fast.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's fine. It's fast. And so, all right. So now we have the future wife.
Oh shit!
Simply Rocco in the house.
Here we go.
Okay.
Hopefully the connection is not bad because we were just talking about that too.
It looks like it's good.
All
and
right.
she is another K. She's another K, but I'll call her Cat. The nickname for me, I don't even know her yet, is Cat. And I hope you're fine with that. But I'm gonna bring her on right now. Cat.
Hello. Hi. Hello.
Yeah, so
she's a teacher?
So so she's a teacher. She's a teacher in Cebu, in the province. So that's how I know a lot about over there. As I go visit her, and she shows me around. I see how everything is over there. Okay. So she's one of my biggest sources of information.
So we have two teachers in the house now, Catherine and who probably have tons in common. So that's cool. But nice to meet you, Catherine.
Nice to meet you too, guys.
Yes, you too. Yes, thank you. And so let me see. You can finish backing your turkey before you finish
those modules.
Oh, she's doing modules. She's working.
Yep.
But so you can finish backing your turkey before you finish downloading a game or movie using Wi-Fi in PHP. Yeah, no, it's true. The Wi-Fi, Julian Brown. Don't get me wrong. I remember when my Wi-Fi would go down, and we're gonna ask Catherine also, like, how's the actually ask her now. Catherine, how's the Wi-Fi in Cebu?
Oh my God, Don't talk. It's so slow.
Oh.
Yeah.
She doesn't even use it. She's using Globe right now, and
Data.
everywhere she's going, it's very hard to have a conversation sometimes.
Mm.
She'll freeze up, or I'll freeze up on her end, and
Yeah.
so
So in that, Julian, you may need to be closer in the Metro Manila area, and still the internet is not all that good, but
Mhm.
it may be better because you can get phone calls. You get phone like they have more towers here. You may need to be where there's more towers. If you need to look at stock trades on your phone, you may need to be somewhere where there's more towers. I'm sure there's more towers in Manila
if,
than anywhere else in the Philippines.
if
Yeah.
he's looking to live or stay here for a long term, like a lot of times, like the hotels, if he finds out a decent hotel, if they have a wired connection,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like last time I went, I had a well, it wasn't a wire connection, but it was PLDT, and it was pretty good connection.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anything that's mobile, you're not looking at a good.
It should be like direct connected to the main, that like PLDT, Smart, Globe, not the data. Data is so slow, like super slow.
Yeah,
Right, Catherine?
you might also want to invest in Google Fi. That's what I usually use on my phone service, and when I go over there, it works.
Mhm.
It works great. It works better than Globe and Smart.
Mm.
So you might want to
And
look into that.
since we got a pretty good signal, we better get your lovey talk in before the signal goes bad.
And so, rather in
What if
Washington,
you're fighting though? When you're fighting and then they say that you're back.
Bring it on, man. Love a good fight.
I have another one. Rather in Washington said, "Is it possible to piggyback off of another Wi-Fi signal from a stronger source?" I've don't know about that. Do you know about that? Well, you can do it. If somebody opens up their signal, but people don't open up their signal. There's no signal here anyway. Oh, they
You
open up
don't have the password. You can't
Oh, she got dropped off.
Yeah, no, she disconnected her camera. I don't know what happened, but
Yeah,
she
she probably dropped. Her
Okay.
data's like,
Oh,
her
Yeah.
data's like,
See, so there goes your answer for the Wi-Fi.
yeah, there you go. There you
There
go.
you go.
live and right now you
Yeah,
see the
live.
connection.
That's
But no, Mike. Oh, there she goes. But Mike, we talking about everything, Mike. We talking about a little bit of everything, and it's been a while since I did like one of these long live streams, and I miss it. I said I got to get up early because everybody started dropping off early. I see 42 people still here. That's good. So I may go for another half hour, like 3 hours, 30 minutes live stream. I'm used to doing these, and I guess I'll
Yeah,
bring it
man.
back. Yeah,
Been enjoying it so far.
yeah, I know. And and the
I
thing
also
is,
want to say, Jay, in
how,
some other part of the Philippines, like Boracay, when we went to Boracay, the signal was good on the Wi-Fi. All you need to have your own connection, not the
Mhm.
data connection.
Yeah.
Own connection and make sure it's like at least 10 Mbps because if you get less than that, you will get 0 point something. You need to get like 10 and up because if you getting 10 and up, you're not actually getting the same 10. It's actually getting like 4 Mbps only out of 10.
Yeah.
So,
But I remember at the nighttime of Manila.
mhm,
Remember when we were in past on by your mother's house, right? And
mhm,
we living there. And I remember sometimes at night, the service would jump up to like 16 Mbps, 20 Mbps at night because everybody would
mhm,
sleep. And that was with the cell phone service. So the cell
mhm,
phone, all of the data would be available. And I remember I didn't have internet at first. We didn't have internet because Kay didn't use Globe. She used the internet downstairs with the family for a while.
mhm,
And then when we first got it, the speeds at night would be through the roof. It would be like 20
yeah,
Mbps, sometimes 15, right? I mean, one day it was
mhm,
50. And I was like,
mhm.
wow, this is cell phone service. And so yeah, if you worry about internet service bad and it's important for you, like working online, definitely Manila is where you want to be. Because
Cebu City.
they
Or Cebu
actually
City.
we use
Huh?
the actual Globe service to work online and it actually worked great.
So let's interview Catherine. I know
I
you're
know
busy, Catherine.
she's shy. She's super shy.
Yeah,
She's like, oh my God, you want to bring me on?
How did you met Rocco? So, a little bit of a love story. So this guy's watching will see like, yeah, this is a Filipino, and American dating,
Yes.
not getting married. Or I think she's busy.
Yeah, she's listening, but she's so like
Yeah,
she's
I
got like,
know.
deadlines on her with the modules and everything.
Yeah, it's too
What?
much more good.
Why?
What did you guys say?
We're
Your
talking
love
about dating.
story. How did you met Rocco?
Go.
Oh, we met on Facebook.
Okay.
Actually,
Oh,
he just added me on Facebook.
okay. Tell us, tell us. Rocco's quiet.
Yeah, further. You gotta give us more than that.
Yeah, that's not true. She
Yeah.
was reading one of Rocco's
How
modules.
did he
She
talk to
wa-
you? How did Rocco? How did he seduce you with his conversation?
Oh my God. You look pretty, girl,
it,
tonight.
it was for me it was a difficult time because like I had
Okay.
just kind of broken up with the ex,
Yeah.
and then it wasn't too far after I actually, I was looking on these groups where was it, babe? It was the group
It
that we
was real. It's not a group. It's
relationship.
actually a page.
Yeah, page relationship matters or something like that.
Rules.
Rules.
That was rules. Yeah.
So I saw a couple. I saw a couple people. There's a couple girls, and I noticed her, and I messaged a few of them, but for some reason she like caught my eye. She really like something about her just
Aw.
drew me in, and we ended up
You live in
talking.
Philippines.
Yeah, and we ended up talking. I was talking with her mostly, and then things just kept growing really quick.
Mm.
The hell? So something, things just started going really quick, and pretty soon after, I forgot. Not that I forgot, but it's like I was already over the previous relationship, and
Mhm.
we grew really fast, and then it took about a year before I actually went there. And she actually was very shy when I first met her at the airport. She had her brother there. She had her brother's girlfriend. Because they didn't know what to expect, and she was hiding behind her brother because she was shy.
Oh my God. This
And I was like, "Where's she at?" And then all of a sudden, this little girl, short Filipino girl, pops up behind her brother. She's like, "Hi." I'm like, "Why aren't you coming out?" She was so shy, But things progress, and then 5 years later, we're still together, and
Aw.
we had plans. We were going to get married last year, but unfortunately, with everything happening, the closings and the lockdowns and all that stuff, so it got to be,
Yeah.
it's a tough time
Yeah.
right now for us.
Happy
And
for
she
you,
knows
brother.
that. Thank you. And I was saying before that she has always got a lot of questions about like why people act the way they do, and it's like, I mean, that's just the way the world is. Like she,
It's not war when she's away.
What was that?
I don't know.
That's RJ. That's RJ.
She's always gone.
Oh, we got right, RJ. Is that
All the
RJ?
way.
No,
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, it's like
But, like,
we're in the
today's one
radio
of the
station.
today's
no,
not a,
that's the mood right now. Like, cause everybody wants to get to their lady.
yeah,
You know?
a lot of
That song-
that's
that
true.
song goes hand in hand with that. Yeah.
Every night she's like, I wish we were together. I wish you were here, and and I want the same thing. It's just like, what are we gonna do right now? We just gotta wait, and it just goes to show that all this time that we've been waiting, it's meant to be, and the longer the time goes by, the more great it's gonna be when we're finally back together.
Oh man. Ooh.
So, and she knows
Man.
that.
Well, man, you swinging her from fans.
Yeah, man, that motivates me.
Yeah,
See, Barbara's like, oh, babe, the fan is right there. Jump on the fan. No, I'm just joking.
So,
but no, it's like that, you know, and that's when I had finally seen Kay. I was going from Kay for only a month and a half, and I went crazy. Right, Kay?
Yeah. He said I should not book long time. I should just go home right away. I should just book 2 weeks only. I said exactly.
2.5 months, a month and a half, and I was itching like I was on crack. It was crazy. I was like, hey, babe, I missed her. Like I wasn't used to like, yeah, for real. I was like, babe, I don't feel right when I wake up. You know, I don't feel right when I wake up. You're not there.
Kay was there, guys, for a few hours when he go back to you, and so I'm actually.
Can't smell. You miss the smell. You're freaking out.
We spoke for hours. Like I was like drugs, man. You know, when your lady's not there and you used to be with each other every day, or you with her for a long time, and you was like, oh man, I want to.
That's exactly how it is with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
And that's why. And I hope she didn't leave because of that. Because
I don't know. She's like really intense with her work right now. So I think we kind of caught her at a bad time. I kind of pushed her in.
I was joking when I was like swinging from fans because that's how it is. It's like, you know, you miss each other and it's like, I can't wait to see you. So I want to see you so bad. You know, I want to do everything with you. That's how it is.
You know, Jay.
Yeah.
It's like crack.
Yeah.
I was made in drugs.
I'm taking
that's why I admire Rocco and Catherine, because it's really hard if you've been together like a few months and then you left and then it's really hard. So I admire guys who really like long distance relationship.
Listen, really I'm gonna say like I actually cried one of the last times I left. She's like, "Why are you crying?" I was like, "Because I am. I'm gonna like."
Yeah.
You know, we spent the 2 weeks together, and you know, you don't want it to end. But I gotta go back to my job and try to get things ready for you to come and everything. I mean, I gotta save money, and I gotta work.
Yeah.
And Jay doesn't cry when he left. He's like, okay, bye. I gotta go now.
I couldn't wait to leave. I was like, man, I've been with this girl every day for 5 years. I can't wait to I was playing like George Jefferson with my George Jefferson show. So like moving on. I can't wait to leave. And then I got there, a week passed by, and I started having withdrawals. For real, that's how it was. It was bad. And I got my son there. I didn't see my son in so long, and I love him. But your wife is different than, you don't make love to your son. You know what I'm saying? I make love to my wife, and I missed her, and I couldn't wait to see her. And it was crazy. I said, I wish I would have booked this for 2 weeks. I was like, for 2 weeks with my son, I needed time. I needed that month and a half with him. So it was good I spent that time with him, but I was fiending. I couldn't wait to come back.
Like, that's a problem with me, man. I one of the reasons why I haven't left is I got 4 kids, and 3 of them are old enough that they already understand that I could go and live my life, whatever. My youngest daughter is going to be 18 in a couple weeks. My oldest son, he's 19, going to be 20, but I still have that 12-year-old son that he needs me there. She says she's sorry that she's like super busy right now with the stuff. So.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, you saw how she was. She wasn't in
I know. She wasn't even here. Yeah.
Like she was stressed out. It was like, I'm really stressed. She just had a meeting and stuff. So, apologies for that.
No, it's all right.
But,
it don't matter if she left just because she didn't like me. I don't care.
No. She's good. She saw last week. She saw last week. She saw last week. She tried to comment, but you didn't see it because you don't see the Facebook comments. I got 4 kids, and my youngest, he's going to be 13 this September. He still needs me around. You know what I mean? The other ones are old. My oldest daughter's 23. She'll be 24 later. And they're grown up. But that's why I'm always saying, like, I still need that 10 years, because at least I know once that 10 years pass, my son's going to be old enough. He's going to be an adult. He'll hopefully have a job, whatever. but he'll be grown up, and I can honestly say, at that point, if they want to come see me, they're old enough to come see me. I can come back and forth. I don't have to like worry about fighting with their mother or nothing like that. And that's it. That's the only reason. Like honestly, the only reason why I'm still in this crap hole New York is because of my kids. I wouldn't even be in New York, to be honest. Because New York, I saw a comment like way before saying New York don't ever visit. It's like the most dangerous place. It really isn't dangerous, but I mean I've lived here for about almost 25 years, and man, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the people. I'm tired of the attitudes. It's one of the reasons why I want to leave to the Philippines, because the people are different. You're treated better. I mean, it's basically no matter where you go as an expat or a person. I saw this on another YouTube page. Go to where you're treated the best. And the Philippines, you're going to get treated pretty good for the most part.
Yeah, sure.
And I fell in love with it. I mean, and that's where I want to be. That's where I want to retire, and that's where that's where I want to live the rest of my life.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories about people, especially guys from my country, going over to the Philippines and staying there, man. They found happiness over there. So when you mentioned about you meeting your woman and all that, it just that plays the motivation for me, man. One day I'll have my time as well. You guys been together for 5 years. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, and my regret is like we've only been to nice.
Yeah, she's beautiful, man. She's beautiful.
My regret is like we've only been able to spend like no more than 2 weeks together at a time each year because of circumstances.
Yeah.
But I only have a limited time of vacation at home, work, whatever, and then trying to get married over there, I'd have to spend like a month. So I got to figure out how I would take a month off from work, or maybe work remote from there, which I'm not sure how I could do with the internet situation, but I'd have to find a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if I can do it from here, I can do it from anywhere, basically.
Yeah, it's definitely a way around it, brother. And most importantly, though, I mean, what really impressed me about your story is 5 years, it's a long time, man. It's loyalty. That's loyalty, man. Like, I love the idea of that. But yeah, I'm just every time I hear this stuff, man, I'm just more and more excited to see what the Philippines is about, man. You guys are like really motivating me.
Yeah, and it's funny because I'm one of those guys that got burned by a Filipino. Before Catherine, I had a girlfriend for a year and a half, and I got burned from her bad. I got cheated on. I lost money from her because I was helping her out, and that was a whole. I was one of those suckers Jay was talking about earlier. I was one of those suckers.
That's him.
And you know what? It's my fault. I was too blinded. Yeah. I was too blinded to see it. And you know what? I didn't think I would go for another Filipino after that. But after meeting Catherine, after meeting Catherine, it was like, wow, oh my God, completely different kind of girl.
Two, one for 10 years, and the other for 2 years. Same where I'm going back. I'm going back to the P for number 2.
Listen, I've been married twice. Third time's a charm. So Catherine, me and Catherine getting married. Third time's a charm, and that's gonna be my final time. She doesn't believe in divorce. I don't. I would like not to believe in divorce, but unfortunately, divorce.
She looks like a gem too. She looks like focus girl. Like she's like a gem Filipina. Like she's really focused. Yes.
She's very timid. She's very shy at times. She grew up in the province, and she hasn't really experienced that city life. She hasn't really experienced people screwing her over like what happened in real life. because it was kind of, I hate to say it, but it's like kind of sheltered. So like the times that she sees like people acting like mean to her and everything, she gets really upset and it gets her down. Like, listen, you can't let these people get you because they're not paying your bills.
Yeah,
they're not doing anything for you. Really, what are they doing? So what are they doing? Really?
Yeah,
So,
and guys,
sometimes you just to ignore. Yes, go ahead,
guys,
Jay.
she's currently in Cebu. She wears exotic clothing. She is Dalangan. What do you say, Kay? Dalangan Filipina. Dalangan Filipina from Cebu. Exotic Panay in the house.
Best intro ever.
Sexy, exotic Pinay.
Exotic.
Where
exotic
are you?
Filipina.
Amazing intro. Hey,
and there's Catherine. She's back. She's back.
Hey.
She's back.
In the house.
Hey,
so we have two Cebuanas now in the house.
Two Cebuanos. Yeah, we got two Cebuanos. Yeah.
Hello guys, how are you doing? I'm sorry I had to leave earlier because I got orders, so I had to take care of it. We need money.
Okay. I hear you. Definitely need money. So what's going on your side, Exotic? What's on your side?
Oh, that is the church of my town. I'm just like setting the grass right here.
Mm-hmm. And that's cool.
How's the internet, sis?
The internet is better because I'm in the town. I don't have internet.
Oh. Okay, but Catherine was saying it's not really that. Well, I don't know how you did it, Exotic, because I seen you doing a live stream on a motorcycle at like 50 miles an hour. And you were doing a live stream, and it was like an hour. How did you do that? It's crazy.
Yeah, every time I do live streams, I have to go out from my place or do it at night.
I guess certain parts are good. Crap. Thank you for coming. I see that we have the Hacksters in the building, and also another YouTuber guys. Make sure stop by and support the Hacksters. The Hacksters always shows love. Thank you for coming.
Because the volume, the background noise.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's fine. Because Exotic came so late. I ain't gonna end my live stream. I'll hold it for another 10 minutes. Because Exotic Filipina just came in, and she came so late. I don't know why. What took you so long, Exotic Filipina?
She said she wanted to earn money, Jay. She wanted to earn money.
I know. I'm teasing. Let me tease her, okay? There
were people ordering hot dogs, Kuya Jay.
I get to speak to women, okay? Woman, when I interview them, when I'm talking to women on my YouTube channel. No, I'm joking. But good evening, Trevor. That thing's her. I got
a lot of background noise.
I'm gonna move her from the stream for right now. I'll bring her back in when she comes back. But thanks for the super sticker, the Hapsters. But I can't wait to come to Cebu, and we need people like you, Exotic Filipina, to show us around when we come.
Wow, that will be my pleasure. Yeah, I can book tours for you guys.
Thank you, because we'll need that. Also, I got to see my boy. He's not a YouTuber, but actually, we worked together before. I got him a contract on Upwork. My boy Nate, I got to see him, and I got to see a bunch of people out there. And then I also want to visit some vloggers too, other vloggers, and see them. You know, and try to be cordial. You know, I try to be cordial when I want to be. You know, but yeah, no, because I can't wait, and that's one of the places. You know, I never got to see. I never got to see Cebu, and I want to see Cebu. I want to see what's the name of that town? Okay, that's I want to see Bohol. I want to see Bohol. I want to go to Bohol. I want to go to. I know, but this is Bohol. I want to go there. I want to go I want to go to Mindanao. I want to go all over the Philippines. So I got to escape Manila. Once I escape Manila,
he said he had to escape.
You gotta escape.
Yeah.
I'm not telling y'all any lies. Like, Kay, what do I say, Kay? I said, like, I want to get a car soon, right? And as soon as we get the car, I'm looking for ways to get out, but you can't because you only can get out on the boats, and no planes are not going nowhere. So I'm trying to escape. I'm like, okay, as soon as the boats are opening, I gotta go. Okay, we out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get a car before GCQ. I should have a car. I'm gonna go to the to where the boat is to take me to Kay's province and be going from there. We're gonna go to her province first, and then we're gonna go see the whole Philippines from there.
That's very cool.
No, I gotta escape Exotic. I'm stuck in Manila, and I see you every day. I see you sometimes showing videos about beaches and stuff, and I'm jealous. Yeah.
Well, we definitely need some advice on where to go, because every time I go there, it's hard to figure out where we're gonna go because we don't go too far from where she lives, and the resorts in the area are like, there's beaches. I mean, there's beach resorts, but it's not like in a beach you can swim in.
Yeah,
it's like the water's dirty and.
Where does she live?
In Bogo.
Ah, okay, Bugo. She's in the other side. I would recommend you guys to go to Moalboal. They got like White Beach over there, or go somewhere in the north in Daan Bantayan.
Yeah,
but there's so many places.
She used to work there in Daan Bantayan. God, I can never say it right. But the beach resort that's there is like $200 a night. That's the only good one, and I was like, I can't afford that. Like we were hitting the ones for like $30 or $40 a night. We found one that was like $17 a night, but it was like garbage. I'll never go there again.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of places.
Like Exotic Jeff Dingle has a question for you. How do you travel by boat from Manila to Cebu?
Well,
Exotic let her answer, okay?
I'd love to hear that one.
Okay, well, you go to the port. You go to the ferry away. Like there is to go. We have the to go ferries now. You would be probably traveling for 23 hours. Me and my daughter used to travel in the boat because for me it's such fun. It's actually fun. Like
I'm not. You see what Exotic Filipina said? She said it's actually fun, and it can be because on there they have suites and stuff like that on those boats.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember before the biggest boat before, like the ferry, even have like the swimming pool. I'm not sure right now if to go has swimming pools. Like I'm talking about the ferry, but if you're going to ride a boat, like a small one, my gosh, you'll be dead.
Not walking away.
Yeah, Catherine, right? Catherine keeps moving.
No, she's speaking.
Where is she from?
Babe, we're trying to figure out where to go. She's trying to give us advice on where to go when next time I go there in Cebu.
Where is she from?
Yeah, I'm from Alegria, Cebu. It's just like 5 hours away from the airport. That's south of Cebu also.
Is it closer to Malabuyok?
Yes, actually, next town is Malabuyok.
Oh, my mom is from Malabuyok.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's this guy asking about places? If ever you go to Cebu, you want the beach, I think I would recommend Malapascua. But the heads up though, like we have white sand in Moalboal, but it's not like white sand everywhere. After the white sand, you will experience rocky roads or rocky water, but it has a lot of nice coral reefs for snorkeling. So if ever you guys want to visit the south, I do book tours. And I can recommend accommodations. Yeah, I can recommend accommodations. This is commercial, guys. We need this. We need.
Hey, everybody's got to make their money, right? Why not?
Yeah, so you can book through me. You can visit my channel or you can message me at Charot. And yes, I do have commissions in every booking that you're going to book through me. And that is my little income that I'm actually doing right now, guys. Commercial.
Commercial support for Exotic Filipina. Guys, visit her channel. She's like interviewing Filipinas. Oh, shit.
Shout out the hopster. She is from Hawaii. Shout out, Mommy Edge.
Mommy, I know DJ Hafter said, "Okay, let's meet in Cebu next year. I will be there." Yes, see. So if it's open, we're really gonna go to Cebu, to Bohol. We wanna visit that places. This
Well,
pandemic happened.
you guys have to come to our wedding.
Sure. Just send us the invitation, like, or just
Yep.
tell us, "Oh, this is our wedding." Even though
Also,
invitation is
Woo!
fine, just let us know.
what I'm gonna do too, exotic Filipina. When I make my website, I'm gonna make a website about the Philippines, and it's gonna be about
Oh.
tours and stuff like that, and places to go in certain provinces. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
Mm.
book people on there. So I'll book you on there. I'll put you on there so people can
Oh.
book through you. Yeah, I'll put you on the site.
Oh. That would be
So
nice. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
yeah. Um, what I want to do though, we gotta work back a tiny kickback for me. I had- I
We were
didn't
just
get
saying
that.
everybody's got to make their money. Everybody's got to make their money.
And I'm gonna work it out with the you know everybody I speak to. I'm gonna work it out, and I
You
don't
just
need
need
much.
Ronald. You just need Ronald.
Chump change.
Ronald's endorsement
Exactly.
and Sonic.
And
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah. So I wanna. Are you stupid? So yeah, I wanna do those things because people need to know, and a lot of people look at websites as well. You know, the websites is where it's at, and especially even if you're on YouTube and you have a
Mm.
website, you'd be surprised how much people you can pull to your YouTube video through a website.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
when you have a website and it's out there, and you writing articles, especially writing articles, and you know how to write articles, you can link it through your channel, and it's just gonna work all together.
Yeah, my
But
problem, Kuya, is that I don't. I'm not. Before I used to like writing, and right now it feels like if I'm writing, I'm always so conscious about my grammar and everything. So even with my descriptions in my videos, I'm always so conscious. Like I would
Yeah.
love to talk instead of writing.
yeah. Well, I think you're fine. Because actually, just talk to speech.
Someone
Talk
No,
to
to
actually,
speech.
you can
Yeah.
use we have a website where we link it to our Gmail where you type something and it will
Oh yeah,
correct your
Grammarly,
grammar. What
Grammarly,
is that?
Grammarly,
Grammarly. Download Grammarly
Grammarly.
and
Yeah,
connect it
and
to
you can use
your.
Grammarly for free too. It's free. They have a free version.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
So
It's
use
like
Grammarly.
connected to your Chrome or to your. Basta it's connected.
Chrome
So when you
extension.
type something, it will correct you. When I'm typing something on my
Mm-hmm.
description, it's correcting me. So I said,
Yeah.
okay. It's getting read, just like when you're typing a wrong spelling on
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft Word. It's same like that. So it's really gonna help you a lot. So you're not gonna get
Ah,
confused.
yeah.
I should get that.
And I used to be an English
Yeah.
teacher, so you can ask me
Yeah.
questions too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, that's cool.
No, it does help.
Um,
But what are you gonna say? No, we're gonna
yeah,
say.
but it,
Okay, good.
oh, sorry.
No, go.
Yeah, so you guys, if you're coming to Cebu, it's not just like about beach. We have caves here. We have
Mm-hmm.
good mountains, peaks, and then we have also like a lot of waterfalls. So if you
Mm-hmm.
are up for like adventures and canyoneering, you could, yeah, you could book me with that. I'll be your personal guide, no problem. I just,
Also,
Go
do you
girls.
like ATVs and stuff like that too?
yeah, we do have ATV in Barele. Yes, we do have
Yeah.
that as well. You will be
Oh,
like traveling for like 3 hours up in the mountains.
yeah,
The shark. There's a shark in
paintball guns
Cebu,
too.
remember?
Paintball guns too. Like ATV paintball gun places. I love that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's really cool. We do have it here. We have
yeah.
zip
So yeah,
line. That is like
cool. Yeah. That's what I
in
want. See,
yeah.
that's what Bruno needs to do with his lady too. Well,
Ay,
Catherine,
ay, ay.
here.
Do you
Okay.
have Xbox and PlayStation? Because I'm just going to be sitting down. I'm not climbing nothing.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Do you have something for Ronald? Exotic Filipina, other stuff that Ronald can do aside from
Mm.
climbing a mountain.
Yeah, I think South Cebu like Malboal is one of the famous for the snorkeling and scuba diving.
Mhm.
So we have very nice coral reefs here. You will be able to see millions of sardines. We call it schools of sardines in Malboal, and then quite a
Mhm.
lot of turtles. Um,
Mm.
Before I do recommend the whale watching, but right now I'm kind of being environmentalist, so I don't support people that is feeding.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so I'm doing also cleanup drives in the ocean. So that's why it just changed my perspective.
Mhm.
You say the whale. You see the whale, right? You don't do that. When you see
So
the
what
whale,
you
I want to try
say
that.
again? I gotta clean up.
Yeah, but
So
guys,
your face, Ronald.
with all that being said, guys, you asked her if she is near Teal Box Resorts. Are you near Teal Box Resorts? Um,
Yeah,
okay.
Theobas, yeah. I have a video. I'm not sure if I already posted because one of my guests that was living in my Airbnb before transferred to Theobas. Do you have a really
Mhm.
nice snorkeling area over there?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, guys. So, with all that being said, but no, also Exotic Filipino, we'll jump on another live stream together, and also I would love to get you in for an interview as well.
Oh, okay.
Jay
Would
is
be a
telling me.
pleasure.
Jay is telling me. Guys, before we go, guys, I want you to promote your channel. If you have YouTube channel, let's start with Simply Rocco. What's your YouTube channel? And
Okay,
Leon.
so YouTube channel, obviously Simply Rocco. Facebook, Simply Rocco. If you're into gaming, twitch.tv/Simply Rocco.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, so that's basically it. I'm gonna be doing vlogs, stuff like that. Um, yeah, and then guys, if you're into gaming, Twitch, and that's it. And quick question: good that okay? Does Kay look like Catherine? Let's see. Because
Well, I do
she
think
did
the
say
resemblances.
oh she looks like me.
A
You
little
guys,
bit,
I'm not gonna decide. You guys decide,
a little
guys.
bit, a little bit, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit, a
There is
little
some
bit.
resemblance there.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a
Yeah.
So
little bit.
all right,
And creepy too, but they both.
and then Tuesday you and me Jay are gonna do our interview.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It's,
Wednesday morning your time. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be ready, man. I'm ready.
all right.
How
And
about you, sis? Jay, I'm just asking them to promote their channel before we
yeah,
go, before we end the broadcast.
right.
Sis Pinay, what's your channel?
My channel is basically about province life and then things to do here in Cebu and then interview with locals, stuff like that. Philippine thing.
Exotic Filipina, guys. That's Exotic Filipina. How about you? Sonic, you have a channel already or not yet?
Yes, my channel is Sonic Lucas. There's no content on the channel yet, but there will be content coming soon. Right now, I'm in the process of still learning video editing, which I'm going to be wrapping up pretty soon. But if you're interested in learning about, how to learn foreign languages from scratch, and also learning how to literally mimic the accent that is used for those foreign languages. So for example, if you are learning Japanese and you want to sound like a Japanese person talking, then definitely subscribe to my channel. Also, just lots of fun motivation. It's a journey. That's what my channel is about. Just a huge journey towards staying motivated and doing awesome things within that motivation. So definitely subscribe to the channel if that interests you. My Instagram is live like Sonic because I'm Sonic Lucas.
Eddie Murphy,
And
coming
but
back to America.
also,
Your channel, please.
but
My
no,
channel
no.
is www.canadianmiss.com.
Eddie. Also, the Hapsters asks, that Sonic, what languages do you teach?
What languages do I teach? So I can teach Chinese. Of course, I teach English. I've been doing that for a while now. But Chinese, I also teach Japanese, and I'm going to be teaching other languages later on once I'm more acquainted with those languages. But yeah, pretty much whatever I know right now.
Linguistic man.
Wow.
Multi-language. And my guys, so I have a YouTube channel. I want to promote my channel. Pay the experience if you love shopping. Any like clothes and you want shopping plans and anything, just visit my YouTube channel, KD Experience, and subscribe.
Well, absolutely,
Nice.
absolutely. So for the time being, English, Chinese, and Japanese. I will be teaching other languages in the future, but these three languages, yeah, no problem.
Whoa.
Guys.
Very impressive.
So, with all of that being said, I came early. I made it right before all of you guys' bedtime. I'm so happy that I did. It's 10:30 a.m. in the Philippines. It's 10:30 p.m. right now in New York. My email address is
blanked out.
The email is just a black email.com. I don't know what's happening with this. I think it's the laptop. But Catherine, thank you so much for joining us. I know you're very busy with your module. I know I'm a teacher as well, but I know you're very busy right now. Thank you for joining.
Thank you too.
Yeah, congratulations again, Rocco.
Yes.
Congratulations, man.
Wedding very soon.
Congratulations.
Hopefully, hopefully I can get back over there, guys. So hopefully
also, if you guys want, anybody wants to email me, you can email me to Black Filipino. I know I got cut out again. BlackFilipino@gmail.com. If you have any questions about the Philippines or you want some advice, because some guys want advice and they want a consultation, I do charge for consultations. I can't do everything for free. I would give you the videos for free. But it won't be much. It's just a small donation. That's all I ask. But if you have any questions about anything, email me. I'm there. I'm always here. And I'll also chat with people on Hangouts as well. So if you're on Hangouts on Google and you want to chop it up with me for a little, I'm willing to do so. But
Hangouts is going away, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's gone actually. You can't make phone calls there anymore.
Yeah,
only through the computer. But guys, thank you for coming. And
thank you, guys.
See you next week.
All right, see you, man.
All right, peace.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one, guys.